come from, right? Like, so if I have a, a scout or a demo man or a demo knight just come up on me, I should, you have a shotgun, pull it out, deal with the problem. It's going to be weird watching Uncle Dane, let's put it that way, because it's going to be a very interesting series to dive into the complexities of engineer.
This guy really takes the hillbilly aspect of the engineer to heart. I mean, even though the engineer is arguably one of the sanest of the mercs, yeah. I've noticed that old geezer engineers will often play like they're drunk. You know, like they'll have trouble with their movement, they'll often jump into impossible fights, and they can never seem to tell that their sentry gun is already fully upgraded and they should probably go get that zapper off their teleporter. Okay, never mind. This is a pretty simple one. This guy always wears the face full of festive. Yep.
That makes sense.
If there was ever a medic with your best interest at heart, it'd be this guy. He might not be the greatest medic in the world, and he might not be able to crossbow you across the map, but he puts his heart and soul into every single game.
He tries, and that's really what matters. Yeah, that's all anyone can ask of you. Just try.
This guy can tend to be a little uptight. If you're not performing up to his standards, he's gonna let you know. But he'll also usually be pretty good at medic, so,
Fair.
I don't know, you probably just put up with him.
I feel that.
Now this guy is the exact opposite of the medic's mountain cap. I have no idea how these guys stay so chill when they're playing medic, but they manage it somehow. This guy is always a blast to have in voice chat because you're pretty much guaranteed to make a new friend by the end of the match.
Right. I love those people. The people are just super cool. I had somebody message me recently. I don't know if it was a random... I had a couple people, actually. It was like random friend requests, and they're just like, hey, you want to play TF2? I don't know, it's so strange. Like, it's such a cool thing, because usually I'm pretty, like, hyper aware and, like, I guess paranoid to a degree in regards to, like, internet security and stuff. But, like, I don't know. Just like, having people just, like, send me friend requests and, like, let's go play TF2 has been a very interesting experience as John streamer.
This guy will always use the Huntsman, but unlike the Robin Hood hat, he's actually pretty good with it.
Fair.
And he also knows how to abuse the humongous hitbox that the arrows have, which is infuriating because you'll always get hit even if they visibly miss and go past you.
Yeah, hitboxes.
I don't know, dude. This is another one of those snipers who doesn't really give a shit about headshots. There's no real stereotype for what weapon they use, but whatever it is, they're gonna body shot you with it.
Yeah. You like me some body shots.
Do not get in this guy's melee range. It will get a random crit. Oh, what's that you say? The bushwhacker doesn't get random crits? Well, he's still gonna find a way to get one. I can guarantee you that. Okay, I actually really like this hat. It's kind of try-hardy, but it gives off the whole old-school detective vibe, which is pretty neat. I mean, a lot of people want to call this one out as people trying to seem like the cool, mysterious Sam Spade type character, and that's fair, I guess. It's still a cool hat, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can see it.
You didn't want to spend the extra ref on a fancy fedora. Well, either that or you have an Ace's High effect on it, or Dead Presidents, I guess. Because those are actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, look, an obligatory Mr. Paladin impersonator reference. Isn't this so funny? Funny and original, guys? Yeah. Okay, for real, though, this is basically the same thing as the Cosa Nostra cap. It pairs well with trench coats. Looks pretty dope. Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, everybody ready for the shitty, overused meme song that I'm obligated to put in at this point because I took that joke way too far?
Yep.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Okay, wrong, shitty, overused meme song. Okay, hang on. Okay, so we got...
This whole section's probably getting muted.
Music, rock.
Oh my god, you know what I'm expecting? Oh, what is it, Cabbage Boys? The beginning of Brutal Legend, right? When Jack Black's character, Eddie, he started to get into it because they had the sick riff and... Ooh, girlfriend! Bro, I hadn't thought about that in a hot minute. Oh, chef's kiss. I would love to play that game, but I don't want to fight those copyright strikes. Not claims, those will be strikes at that point.
Music that I thought made me really cool in 7th grade. Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm cutting it off. That's.
It's perfect.
I have let this joke go way too far.
Nope, keep going.
Oh,
You're committed at this point. We're invested.
Man, how did I let this happen? Man, that's just... All right, let's just move on. All right, I think that's it. That's all she wrote. All I wrote, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I can tell that some of you are already typing an angry comment about how I didn't do a stereotype for your favorite hat and how I'm literally Hitler or something like that. So let me just take a quick second to explain. Not every hat in this game has a stereotype. Some of them are just hats that almost nobody wears, and some of them are worn by so many people with so many different personalities that there never really was a specific stereotype that the community settled on. Plus, there are a lot of new hats that haven't had the proper amount of time to have one assigned to them, so it's entirely possible that your hat just doesn't have a stereotype yet. That's not a bad thing. That just means that it's your job now to get out there and make sure that it ends up with a good one. So, yeah. Well, this is it, huh?
Oh, this makes sense.
Well, not really. I'm gonna do more stereotype videos for sure. I'm gonna start with weapons and then move on to more things like mists and paints and maps and maybe even unusual effects. I don't know, dude. So, here's the deal. I realize that most of you are just subscribed for hat stereotypes. I get that. And now that it's over, you know, I'd really appreciate it if you stayed. I make a lot of other content that I think you really might enjoy, but that being said, if you're gonna unsubscribe here, that's fine. Thanks for sticking around for as long as you did. It's been a hell of a ride, guys, and I can't thank you enough for taking me on it. So, yeah. I think that's it.
Love the kill bind.
Well, at least until season 2 anyway.
Got him. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, that's an inevitability, right? Like, because there's people who watch me for, like, I don't know, like, Internet Historian reactions or solely the Fat Electrician reactions. And part of my problem is I've over-diversified. Like, I put in a lot of work. I'll put in a lot of work for reactions and try to do a number of different things. But they end up conflicting with each other, and then some people just only want one thing. It's why I've stopped horror content. I love doing it. I've been on a true crime binge, like I've said. But, like, one of those things where it's just really kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to mesh fun TF2 hijinks with true crime about some of the worst stuff humanity has to offer, messing with, you know, like fire. Like you see how that, like, starts to get, like, a little, like, too much? And it makes sense why the algorithm is very confused about my channel. So I try to consolidate it. And honestly, a lot of these videos have been super cool. I am a little sad that the snack stack did not quite make it. I do love the snack stack. It's pretty funny. However, one, like he said, it could be a date thing. This could have come out after the series. Two, it could also be that, you know, there's just either a lack of people playing it. It could be that there's not enough of an archetype formed, or there's a number of people who wear something like the snack stack to that, you know, where it's just like there's not really a specific stereotype. To which I think that was, you know, while one could self-intuit that, right? Well, one could be like, yeah, that makes sense. I do like that as a relevant, like, disclosure kind of, right? But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on some of these hats? What are your thoughts on the snap stack? Are you excited for season 2? Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. As I said, some of these sections will have to be muted because if, you know, relevant copyright does relevant copyright things, I'm not fighting relevant copyright, right? If it's fraudulent, if it's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense, you know, sure. But, like, that's why you should definitely watch the original video. You should definitely make sure that you're, you know, going to Soundsmith's original channel, right? Definitely make sure that you're, you know, going over and supporting him. And then, thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I will see you all next time. Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 1, Multi-Class by Soundsmith. So, it has been a little bit of a hot second since we've actually done this on the Stereotype series. As I understand it, this is the last of the series that he currently has out. I have been playing a lot of TF2 in my spare time over on the gaming channel. Shameless plug. I've been backlogging some streams and stuff, some community nights and stuff. I still do those. I've just been a little preoccupied lately, so thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for your patience. Without further ado, let's get to some miscellaneous. Miscellanea? Question mark? I
Hey,
like how
we're
that's
back
done.
at it again. Finally. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I had to learn to use Premiere, and I still don't really know what I'm doing.
I feel that.
I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing with Movie Studio either, but anyway, this time around we are doing MISCs, which means anything that isn't in the head equip region, and as always, we're starting with multiclass. So let's get started.
Short, sweet, simple, to the point. Love it. Oh no, I love this.
Honestly, in my opinion, this is the best MISC in the entire game. It's just so versatile. I mean, most people wear it with the law, but honestly, it goes with pretty much anything. People who wear the Macho Man do tend to be a little overbearing, though. Meaning, if they're being friendly, they'll probably yell at you if you're not also friendly. And if they're tryharding, they're probably gonna yell at you if you're not also tryharding.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing. These guys tend to equip the pan. I don't know why, but they do.
His pan is dumb. We literally have the... Oops, sorry. Went off school train. We unironically... No, that's not me. That's, that's just the video. We had a couple streams where we're doing man versus machine. The pan just hits the tank. The random crits on the tank are an insane level of value. It's so janky. It's so suboptimal, but it's so funny.
But Soundsmith, this isn't a MISC, this is a hat. Look, it goes on your head. Yeah, well, it doesn't take up the head equip region, so I consider it a MISC.
Yeah.
Oh, but Soundsmith, you already did this in hat stereotypes. Yeah, well, people would yell at me if I didn't do it. Oh, and also I need to pad the runtime of this video. These guys are usually old school, and they may or may not have been traders back in the day. I guess this also applies to earbuds, so let's lump those in as well. Also, they tend to think very highly of themselves, and I guess it's for good reason. They're usually good. I mean, not that good. Better than me, anyway.
Right.
Just keep in mind that if you see a Max's head, the person that it's attached to is pretty likely an asshole. And there are definitely some notable exceptions to this one, so, you know, please don't kill me, but this is one of those stereotypes where most people have experienced firsthand what created it in the first place. Oh, and also don't take their teleporters. Like, ever.
I mean, there's been a demo, because I usually end up playing over on Uncletopia, where we get some people, I guarantee you it's not, but we've had, you know, named person Maxor show up. So I'm kind of hit or miss on Uncletopia as community night servers, because I don't have the ability or really the time to invest in a server myself, right? And I don't want to keep my PC running. So that's been the big one why I haven't set it up for community nights and stuff. But like, I remember watching a demo man pop in during one of the community nights, and dude had like a lime green, the lime green of this hat, right? The Salmon Max hat. Man, absolutely thrashed. It was so cool and so wild to see. I do get a little tilted a little bit, especially because PvP game, right? But I also get a little tilted, especially when every Uncletopia match turns into tryhard status, to which, Bifed, you're on Uncletopia, what did you expect, right? So that is a work in progress to find something that's a little more, you know, approachable to everyone. Not that I'm an amazing player myself by any means. But definitely one of those that I've definitely noticed Uncletopia games, they tend to get into like really bad sweat fests. Which, if that's your thing, like absolutely, that's the place. And I can hold my own in certain matches, but sometimes you're just absolutely just like walled from the game. The other one I've noticed after the Zesty Jesus video, and this is just an interesting TF2-ism, a enemy team will steamroll you 5 times in a row, but the moment your team gets it going, they'll force scramble teams when they start losing. That's a part of the TF2 community that I'm not super keen on, and I would say is a little frustrating. When a team, say Red stomps 5 in a row, and then Blue starts winning, they'll immediately scramble so Blue doesn't win. Which, I hear, back when, you know, ye olde quick play was a thing, this was never a thing. So feeding more into the 7 hours SD Jesus reaction we did. I did this poker night, though.
The guy wearing it probably just has it equipped because it's somewhat unnoticeable with other hats, meaning you can get a double unusual effect without affecting your loadout all that much. Honestly, I've never seen someone wear one of these that wasn't unusual. And even then, you don't really see too many of them because holy shit, they're expensive.
I believe it. Wow, that is expensive.
Central cab.
Can I get a taxi for 6 people?
Is the cab for you, sir?
Yes.
And what is your name, sir?
Situation.
Huh?
Situation.
1 moment.
Hello, Sanke. Who are we going to pick up?
Situation.
This jacket used to just be for Spy, but now it's basically an all-class Kringle collection. Anybody who wants their loadouts to be consistent across all classes and wants a good-looking jacket probably wears this MISC. And as a result, it's become one of the more generic choices for MISCs. So basically, I'm saying if you wear this, you're a basic bitch. Now,
Yeah,
if you'll
fair
excuse me, I have to go defend myself from the angry mob that's suddenly appeared at my door.
I mean, to be fair, especially on Spy, what is it? I camp Aviator. What else do I camp? Oh, what was it called? TF2 Spy Frog Hat. Monsieur Grenouille? I'm not even gonna attempt that. Yeah. People know what I'm talking about. My French is. I can already feel the French getting the guillotines now. You have to understand, when I play Spy, oh, it is so degenerate and so funny. I'm not even good.
This right here is the classic case of getting shit that you didn't want from a crate, but keeping it anyway so it doesn't feel like a total waste when you sell it for too refined on scrap.tf. Most people will defend it, saying, oh man, it's okay, I wanted this anyway, it looks cool, but we all know that isn't true. You wanted a Death at Dusk unusual, but that didn't happen. But I mean, hey, they do look comfy as fuck, so I don't judge.
The Stockholm Syndrome.
I'm doing the sunglasses together because a lot of them have the same stereotypes. Players who wear these are almost certainly trying to make their cosmetic set look super cool. They do tend to be somewhat dickish, but I guess not nearly to the same extent as some of the hats that they get paired with. More than anything, the difference between them is just the amount of experience. Summer Shades players tend to be old school, Grey Bands players are somewhat experienced but also pretty new on the scene, and Professor Specs players are either new or they're too poor to get the Grey Bands or the Summer Shades. Or they just want to stay free to play, and coming from someone who has made some pretty irresponsible financial decisions when it comes to TF2, I respect that. Anyway, while we're on the subject of glasses...
I mean, Kazatsky kick unusuals. If I can get a Kazatsky kick and a conga with the stupid crab unusual effect, I just need to find them. And I know they're going to be super expensive. Like, even on Steam Market Board. Because, I mean, yeah, Steam Market Board, right? But, like, Steam Market Board, I mean, those things are like 60 USD for just, like, what, Silver or Tornado or whatever. Like, some of the basic unusuals. I am hardcore hunting the crab ones, though. Somebody was kind enough to gift me the Spy Copter emote, and it has the crab unusual on it. Oh, it is like one of my favorite emotes to ever use. I did get the lightning disco one. That goes pretty hard as well. Is it the Holy Grail effect on Spy sitting in the chair? Unironically goes hard because of it looks like a spotlight coming from under you. That actually goes really hard. But yeah, Kazatsky kick and the conga are very expensive for obvious reasons, especially because they're multi-class. And there's a third one. This one's actually been getting copyrighted by Valve. The EDM dance one. I don't know what the emote's specifically called, but it's the one with like the original TF2 like EDM track, right? That one actually gets copyright claimed by Valve. Source, the gaming channel, which is fine. Like I say, especially with the understanding that it seems people have been trying to play the copyright snipe game, even though they don't actually own the rights to the TF2 soundtrack. Yeah, you're going to have companies at that point go, okay, well, if people are trying to claim ownership and copyright of our work, then we're going to come down on people, you know, who are actively like, bro, I don't own this. I don't own authorship or ownership of this. Come on now. I've actually really loved diving into TF2. I know, like, I'll go through, like, binges and stuff, and I try to keep things, like, you know, like, on theme, if that makes sense. Like, Spooktober, every Spooktober about, July as well, actually. I'll go through, like, a giant stinky binge and stuff, which definitely throws metrics just through the roof. However, I mean, when I get into games where I get into certain things, like, I get into certain things. Like, I spent most of my entire day today, well, entire morning, I spent a good, like, 2 hours. Just waiting to actually do work. And I was like double sleeving an entire toolbox of U-Belt and like I invest hard in things, right? But because I enjoy that, and I genuinely get enjoyment out of TF2, despite as frustrating as it can be to play against high level players, high skill ceiling players, and even on the Utopia servers, but I mean, it's so cool to just see some of the things in this game. I know for the was it the bottom left sunglasses he showcased for the Summer Shades. I would definitely pick up some of those, see how they war paint, see how they actually dye. Because I would dye them purple because, like, you know, my model has purple shades, my waifu model, right? My 14 avatar, right? They have, you know, purple classic shades. So I would definitely see how they do that, because I am absolutely the individual as well. I can't get the stupid banana hat, but I'm definitely doing the funny thing where you dye the pyro, but you can't tell what team the pyro's on. Yes, I am that guy, because chaos. Also, the weird spy one, the tuxedo.
Looks weird. The paint regions are weird. The people who wear it are weird. Just, like, I don't know, man. There are people out there who wear this who are total dicks, and there are people who wear it that are super chill, and basically everything in between. The only unifying thread these people seem to have is just that they're really, really weird.
Fair enough. Sometimes you just need to be weird, though. Yeah. The conscience objector. Oh my god. What is that emote? I missed that one. Can I get an unusual with like fireworks on that one? I also hear that there's like summoning circle ones, like actual summoning circle ones that like glow red stuff. Bro, there's so many unusuals. I need to see a good unusual compilation.
This guy is trying way too hard to seem wacky and silly. Pyros who wear this are usually wearing something weird and wacky with it, like the Popeyes. They also probably have a bunch of conscientious objectors with just a bunch of weird shit on them. Like, NGs who wear this probably only wear it because they originally had it for their pyro when it got updated. They just... They try... Look, okay, if there was a such thing as a try-hard friendly, it'd be this guy.
Fair enough. Ooh, I love this.
Why the hell is this multi-class? Why? I don't get it. The creator of the item put it on Sniper as a joke, just to see if Valve would put it in the game. And they did. Why? I don't get it. I don't even have a stereotype for this one. Why is this multi-class?
I mean, it just works.
This hat is basically the Allfather for people who don't want to wear the Allfather. And why wouldn't somebody want to wear the Allfather? Well, about that. People who wear the Allfather never take anything seriously, for better or for worse. Like, seriously, even if they're in grand finals of I-63 or whatever huge land tournament is coming next, they're still probably giving sandwiches to the other team. Like, seriously, you would be hard-pressed to find someone wearing the Allfather who wouldn't reciprocate your random crouch in the middle of a team fight. Now, there is a really old subset of try-hard soldier mains who still wear the Allfather, but most of them use the Thunderstruck style. So if you see an Allfather in the original style, crouch at them, because there's like a 75% chance that you're gonna get a sandwich.
Dude, it's why unironically I've started maining heavy. Just, like, you have to understand, when I show up and do... It's not quick play anymore, it's casual. No, not yeah, it's casual, right? Oh, God, things. Go see my 7-hour reaction to that Zesty Jesus video. But, like, one of those things where I'll just show up into casual as just the fat heavy, but you know, then I'll just emote with people. I'll do, you know, whack at them with the pretty machete, and then the moment someone actually plays the game and fires at me, then I just pull out the Tomislav. I have 1v1s with Spy, where the Spy, I think he misses the backstab. I try to whack at him with the machete. He pulls out his revolver, tries to shoot me, misses, proceeds to pull out my Tomislav, gank the Spy, and respond with the quippy, "Spy has a gun. I also have a gun." This game is actually objectively perfect. I don't care what anyone says.
This is basically the same thing in polar pullover. The vast majority of virtual reality headset players only wear it because it's unusual. I mean, honestly, this looks pretty bad with most of the other hats and cosmetics in the game, so if they want it to work with the set, you know, they kind of have to design a loadout around it rather than having it ruin their old one.
Yeah.
This guy is probably an old school Scout main and is only wearing these on his demo because he already has them for Scout. They tend to be the same type of people who wear the summer shades, veterans of the game who are pretty good but are also somewhat dickish.
It would be Scout mates.
You know, I don't even know why I put this in the multi-class episode, because it's only usable on 2 classes and the stereotypes for them are the exact same thing. People trying way too hard to look cool, dark, and edgy. Everything is serious business for these guys. Oh, and they also tend to jump to accusations very easily, because there's no way that anyone else could possibly beat them at this game. This guy is either making a specific reference to a character of some kind, or they got it for demo expecting it to cover up his other eye. Like, I mean, let's be honest. We were all disappointed the first time we equipped it.
Oh, does it
Valve,
not? Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know. Like, I'm literally talking in DM right now. I was messaging about trying to see, like, the Kazatsky kicker combo with the crowd raise are unusual. And it's like, yeah, Kip, those go for, like, 1,000 tickets minimum. Like, you lost me. How much does that actually equate to? Try 1,500 USD minimum. Oh my God, bro. I mean, to be fair, like, you should be rewarded if you play the game at that point in time. And that being said, there is a, you know, a valid and thriving economy. It just makes me feel hashtag feels bad moment when I completely miss things like the spy crab. I wonder if he's actually going to cover the spy crab in this. I would assume he would, considering just, I wouldn't say notorious, considering how, like in your face it is. I don't know. I love the spy crab, though.
Again, most people who wear this are only wearing it because it's unusual. That or they're doing an all-class Musok thing. I don't know. Oh, and while I haven't seen this myself, I've been told that people who wear the antlers tend to be furries. Don't kill me. I'm just the messenger.
Fair enough. Based. See, here's the thing that people, like, misunderstand about furries. One, they think furry equates to the funny Z word. That is not how that works. That is, in fact, two separate topics. But people like to conflate the two, and that's just not how that works. Like, Kip asking the hard question. Yo, is this how this works? No, that's not how that works. This is why this doesn't work. Cool. Second, furries have money, okay? Do you understand that when I went out of town recently, I dropped, because they didn't have any single bed rooms, right? Single king size. So I had to get, like, this weird double queen thing for slightly more money. And for, like, 2 nights, it ended up being, like, $500. And which, like, yeah, I was able to pay off once my payday hit, right? Just paid the entirety of that credit card off again. But, like, it was just one of those things that, like, bro, if I look at that and I have to go, how many days can I actually spend out here on vacation? Which was like a day and a half realistically for me because I got up at 2 a.m. If I can hardly do that, what makes me think that I can afford a literal fursuit with advanced air conditioning inside of it? Okay, like, that's the side other people don't seem to see. something, nah, it's just furries. Not realizing furries have the power to lock everyone out of their accounts. They're the IT people. They're the people that keep, like, the internet running. Oh, I love it. Amazing.
Holy shit. Is that a participation medal? Whoa, you're like a god at the game.
Dude, so long.
How amazing. I bet your dad could beat up mine.
Huh?
Hey guys, did you catch that esports game last night?
Competitive.
Yeah,
Right,
I
that's
got
so
the
good.
football game last night. My coach was going to capture the flag and then go back to the...
Attention gamers! I am better than you at this game. Please pay attention to me. Ah!
I actually didn't know you could. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like the duck, isn't the duck medallion or whatever? We covered this in the Zesty this video. The specific thing that used to spawn ducks, isn't that still a miscellaneous that you can get? I've been looking to get one of those actually, just for memes. Not that it actually spawns ducks anymore, which is unfortunate. But I mean, reasonable. Like, how soon is the season? I completely missed the entire like seasonal stuff they did like that, and it makes me really sad. I'd have to see. I'd have to see what it takes to earn a participation trophy. I would do it. I would place the equivalent of, like, lowest iron tier in League of Legends in TF2 just to wear it. I would do this.
Since these went all class, most people are just wearing them on classes other than Scout to try and make a cosmetic set that looks like Scout. They're usually paired with the weight room warmer, some other workout-based hat, and if possible, they'll almost certainly be running around with a Scout-like playstyle.
Makes sense.
Man, what is there to say about this that hasn't been said already? Pretty much any mist that covers up the nose and mouth but not the eyes has the same stereotype. Trying way too hard to be dark, cool, and... Wait.
Oh, am I hearing a Linkin Park coming on?
Wait, you hear that?
Yep, there it is.
Oh.
Yep.
No, we are not doing this again. No, stop. I already ran this joke in the ground. No.
I love everything about that. Like 10 out of 10. Like, and that's like, it's so funny, right? Because I feel like I had a Linkin Park phase, but I never really had a phase. Like, I mean, we're talking like early high school, you know, no friends, depresso status, right? But like, every time I unironically hear Linkin Park, like anything by Linkin Park, like Numb, like just, my brain just can't. I feel like it's so strange. Like, I know how the song is supposed to make you feel, but like, I don't know how to feel, if that makes sense.
I can still hear you. Oh,
flawless.
You know what? Fine. I'll just turn off the mic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Dude, I love doing these. So it's definitely been one of those things, like, I still play TF2. You know, I'll do a server ping, I'll do a server announcement over in the Discord when I actually do play it. If you have any recommendations that aren't, what do you call it? If you have any recommendations that aren't Uncletopia, I'd be honestly down. When every game turns into a sweatfest, I'm super game with playing with people better than me, right? Absolutely, because it makes me better at the game, right? Like, it does me no good, and I had a specific episode where I did this over on the gaming channel, where, like, the first game I played, I absolutely just, as a very mediocre spy, just, man, I don't understand how I got half those backstabs. I terrorized a casual on game. It was wild. But I honestly enjoy the game, and like, I know that especially when I react to things, and so I also think this is actually antithetical to react content. Like, it's just diametrically opposed to the expectations, but I kind of take it in stride. Like, it makes sense for people to, like, you know, react to, you know, Meet the Team or react to certain things, but like, it's not that I necessarily have that hyperfixation, right? It's like when I try something new and actually get into it, I very much like doing it, and I like playing it at the highest level that I can. And like, then you start to see, you know, why certain comps are like, you know, 2 scout, 2 soldier, right? Like, you start to see why the competitive thing is played as well is. But like, the competitive side of thing isn't all that matters, and I think TF2, just, there's a lot from, you know, just playing it with people, ease of access to playing with each other, a game that is still going despite, you know, 2 bot crises at this point, you know, an economy that is wild in terms of certain things, right? You know, having just things that were thousands of keys. But that being said, it's just coming in with a healthy respect and finding something that you find interesting, and then just being able to kind of run with that. And yeah, I kind of missed out on certain things like the Salmon Max Poker Night. I missed out on things like the Black Rose Knife, which is going for easily $700 USD, if not more, depending on the trading site. But I think there's also something special about respecting people who, you know, did play the game, especially either in its prime or during its downfall, during the bot crises, right, and the whole change from like quick play to casual. And then, you know, just, gaming is the great equalizer, and I also like it because, yeah, it can be sweaty, it can be negative at times, but like, it's a way that people can connect. You can be a big CEO of a multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 company. You could be someone who is, you know, struggling in the 9 to 5, or you could be someone who's, you know, just trying to get their start in the world, right? Gaming is the great equalizer, and it helps, you know, get people meshing together. And also, people make really cool content like Soundsmith. So, thank you, Soundsmith, for another amazing video. I can't wait to dive into the rest of the series. I'm honestly super hyped for it. Hopefully you are as well. Shorter uploads like this, anything under about a half hour, about 20 minutes or so, I try to make its own day. Or so I use that as the occasional supplemental material. That way, like, you know, 2 shorter uploads a day rather than 1. Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 2, The Scout, by Soundsmith. Amazing.
Fast Boston boy. He's fast. He's from Boston. He's a boy, I think. Oh, and he's also got a lot of stereotypes about him, so let's talk about those.
Oh my god. I'm such an awful Scout player, too. Oh, that's actually a really cool jacket.
This
I like
guy is
that.
almost certainly wearing a workout set of some kind. You know, the ones with the front runner, the breakneck baggies, that sort of thing. Skill levels among these guys will vary wildly, but one thing's for sure. He doesn't work out nearly as much as he wants you to believe.
What do you mean, walk
the
boy?
old school trader. We've talked about this guy many times before, so you pretty much already know what to expect from him. Unusuals out the ass, pretty average skill level, has a lot of binds, but the binds aren't trash talk or meme binds, they're trading binds. You know, the ones that he spams after every time he dies, it says, buying quick sells 15 keys pure, even though he's in a casual server and almost nobody cares, and the ones who do care don't even know what a key is, probably.
That was quite literally me before last video, and I literally had to clarify and DM like, what do you mean this is 1,000 keys? What does that mean? I'm literate dumb, like the Doki Bird meme. It's like, nah, it's like it's a lot of money. Like I was looking at the Hellfire, the old ones, I guess, the Summoning Circle ones I found. Lowest are going for like 2150 USD for the unusual bubble pipe, unusual pyros, boron beanie. 1234.56. That's probably a placeholder bid, but I mean they are not cheap. And I kind of like I have a love-hate relationship with the traders community. Like some of them have gotten a little annoying because I've definitely gotten some friend requests. That's why I'm a little more cautious about it now. During Metal Gear, when I was streaming that for the gaming channel, I just had somebody just spam me about raiding their workshop thing because I thought they were from the server, but I don't know. Like, for like your workshop content for TF2, I will choose to like and engage with it. No, I will not accept keys as payment. No, that's not a thing that I will do. TF2's been a wild community to get into, and I appreciate having people who are able to explain a lot of the minutia and nuance to me. Because it's been a ride so far. I do love the mask though. Chuckle. Oh, what do you mean?
You know, as far as scout mains go, this guy is surprisingly chill. They'll usually be pretty good and just kind of play to have a good time, but whatever you do, don't insult his little friend, because if you do, you can pretty much guarantee that he will relentlessly focus you for the rest of the match. You just don't mess with a man's pet cosmetic, okay? That's just asking for disaster.
No, that makes sense. If I 100% had the spy crab, 100%. Like I'm hard targeting that person the entire match. Or what is it? I have Mama whatever, the what do you call it? Mama whatever. It's the chicken, right? Because I have it on every single heavy set I have the chicken on it, and it has the USSR beanie. So say beanie. I don't remember what the hat's called offhand. But if somebody insults the chicken, I am hardcore Tommy Slaving. Gloves of urgently running to that man that entire match. No, not like this. Please tell me it doesn't make the noise.
Okay, we get it. You like festive weapons and hats. Holy crap, why are you accusing that guy of having wall hacks? We can literally hear you from across the map. Oh my god. This guy will constantly complain about how the sound effects that this makes only work with the default taunts. I mean, come on, I'm sure it would be great if you could add some other sound effects to your Schadenfreude to Lennybind combo. Yeah, dude, people would love that. Despite the fact that it doesn't work with most of the taunts in the game, these guys will still use them after every single kill, even if it gets themselves killed.
I keep forgetting I combined other things as well, because I definitely have both kill binds set up. I have the one where you ragdoll fall over and the one where you burst into chunks. I definitely have done those. I need to figure out what else I can bind. I mean, my taunt wheel is actually full at this point. Specifically for like scout and heavy, I'm definitely approaching max. Engineer is one of those that's super interesting. I definitely got the quick draw mode because that's hilarious that they had to nerf it. And then everyone got upset that they nerfed it. And then Valve said, cool, we're gonna unnerf it. I love the revolver kill.
So you remember Scout McCrazylegs crouch jump spam? That guy who always wears the Hermes? Yeah, well, this is the misc that he wears. He can't aim for shit, but he dodges so well that you can't hit him either. Most of the fights with this guy will usually just lead to an awkward standoff where you both either melee fight or kill bind.
Makes sense. I I think it's a good cosmetic set.
Oh boy, another fucking fast learner scout.
Hey,
no.
hey, I'll have you know that I only wear the fast learner because it goes with the theme of my schoolboy cosmetic set. Just because I wear obnoxiously loud and overused cosmetics doesn't mean I'm an annoying scout main. For example, you could have 3 days later. And that concludes my presentation on the oppression of fast learner scouts. I hope you take these arguments into consideration and be more open to the possibility of lime paint in the future. Where'd everybody go?
So
Why does nobody like me? These
I
guys.
feel that. So there has to have been some sort of South Park skit, right? Like the fast learner scout with the beanie, like it literally sells. Like I see this and think of Kyle Bromlowski. There has to be some kind of parody, right?
Guys are extremely defensive about wearing the fast learner. They'll always go on and on about how they only wear it because it fits their set or whatever, even though nobody's listening to them. I guess the reason for this is mostly because every single annoying scout main used to wear this back in the day, but now that there are so many better options to be loud and obnoxious, the people who still wear this are just kind of left with the stereotype that they didn't create, and they still get called out on it constantly. So, no, not every scout who wears this is a raging asshole, but damn if this doesn't scream, I'm going to focus you and spam vines after every time I kill you with 3 damage from across the map with my Australian Force of Nature.
Damn it, dude. Oh, that made, now that I've played TF2, going back through the Gmod Idiot box recently, I didn't even know it was an Alien Isolation set. I need this. I absolutely need this. I didn't know this existed until literally just now. What was I saying? I got distracted by Alien Tail. Oh, got people who watch my Stormblood VODs. They're never gonna let me hear the end of that tail meme. Anyways, oh my god, I was saying something. I was cooking and I totally lost it. Nah, it's just gone forever. I literally saw Alien Isolation, and I completely derailed my thought process. I have no clue where I was going with that. I was talking about South Park. We were talking about oh right, people caring about skins. Bro, I wear the fat spy set, right? Like the beanie and the cut glove set alone is like $30 USD, right, on average, right? Like, and it's just for vanilla. I don't even think it's unusual, right? Like, I don't know. I feel that there's a certain point where, like, I definitely see it's also a PvP game though, and I definitely get spicy, but I get spicy in the way, like I was explaining during Silent Hill when I gave it my rating because we just finished it last night for Silent Hill 2 remake on stream. It's kind of when I tell an enemy to F off or piss off, right? It's like your buddy punching you in the arm and then you telling them to go pound sand, right? Like, you can sound frustrated, but it's really like, it's not. There's sure annoyance a little bit potentially. And really I start to like hardcore tunnel vision when I'm in, you know, Uncletopia, and like everyone's sweating that game, and then yeah, like at that point I'm trying to play engineer. I'm trying to threshold certain building process, right? So like I'm getting way into the weeds here. We can discuss engineer some other day. Because I try to play it very efficiently, and I don't have the skill level to do it, so that's why I end up making a lot of mistakes. But I mean, if somebody like comments on my outfit, it's just like, bro, I play it because funny. I'll wear the heavy sandwich hat, like like I totally get the mentality. I get that people poking fun at you being a fast learner scout is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers, but you just lean into it, right? Just lean into the fun. Just use the Gmod Idiot box, feel my force of nature, or whatever the meme was. Just make a meme out of it.
This guy will always be wearing the full Alien Isolation set. Always the full thing, never just one part. I mean, really, when was the last time that you saw a scout wearing the tail or the hands or the feet, but not the head? I guess now that I've said this, people are going to start doing that, but as the wise scholar Bearded Expense once said, whatever.
Don't know who Bearded Expense is. I'm assuming they're big.
Guys, no. Guys, I'm not a skunt. Look, I'm not wearing the fast learner. It means I'm not a skunt. Okay, guys, I'm not a skunt. I promise. Guys.
I mean, honestly, that is definitely a term that I would see. They're like, that's the thing. Just lean into it, bro. Bro, God, kid, you're being such a scunt. No, I don't think you understand. That's what I'm going for. Literally running the soda popper just to be that guy. In fact, I will go put on the funny fast learner set just to piss you off. I envy what my inventory will be one day. Not even to become a trader, right? Just to have the sheer amount of just jank in my inventory just to pull that stuff. Because you can change stuff mid-map.
Guys, I'm not a skunt, I promise, really. Okay, really. Both of these kind of fit into the same niche. They want to have a cool and themed scout set, but they don't want to be seen as the fast learner-wearing, line paint-loving, bind-spamming asshole that we all know and hate. They also tend to wear the Yieldy Baker Boy, which is kind of seen as the go-to for the category of cosmetics that I like to call cool scout hats that don't instantly make people hate you.
Or just want them hate
Okay,
you.
so some people who wear this are making a loadout based on Akira, which is the show that this cosmetic was based on. But usually the guy who wears this will be creating some kind of loadout based in the some kind of Look, they wear sci-fi robes, okay? That's it. That's a stereotype. They like oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there's a Hitchhiker's Guide joke to be made here somewhere. I'm just not really sure what it is yet. Either way, the only way you could get these was through a promotional event back in 2011, so these guys are either rich as hell or super old school.
Oh, that makes me so sad now, because that actually looks really
This
cool.
guy is probably making a loadout based on his,
Sorry, based on who?
you know, the Dutch.
Who?
The Dutch.
Dude, speak up. Who? Oh. No, I get it.
This dude is totally gnarly and definitely gets all the girls. He definitely isn't wearing this cosmetic just because he wanted a backpack cosmetic that wasn't the Boombringer and couldn't afford the lucky number 42. No, not at all. The kick flips and... Oh, okay. All right, stop. I'm sorry. That was... Guys, please think I'm cool. No, you don't understand. Nobody thinks I'm cool in real life, so now I have to try really hard to create an online persona that's really badass. I'm gonna constantly focus people in-game and point out insignificant flaws in online content so that people will think I'm smart and cool. Guys, please think I'm cool.
Oh, God. And here's the thing. Like, you know when you see something, and that something is, like, even if you have very little understanding of it, it is just that is just aggressively that, right? That outfit is aggressively that, and I love that entire summary.
Guys, don't go away. Please think I'm cool. Okay, you get the idea. These guys also tend to constantly complain about how the gloves aren't visible in first person, and it gets kind of annoying after the 17 billionth time that they say it, but I will admit that that's a pretty good idea and should probably be implemented. Oh, hey, guys, here's your obligatory weeb joke of the episode.
I've never actually watched Psychopath. I don't know. I feel like thrilling tracksuit. I feel like this would be better. Like, it's so strange because, like, I mean, I've talked about how much of a hard I am. Look, you have to understand, okay? The mid 2000s and early 2010s, okay? Right? If you weren't into Dragon Ball Z, you can refer to it as that term, okay? Not my term. I was referred to it because I spent way too much time with Naruto. I was actually going through some Naruto CCG stuff today. I found that I still had a Tsunade from, I think it was set 24. I'd have to check what set it was. Anyways, not the point, actually. Like, I feel it's one of those where people definitely expect me to gravitate towards certain aesthetics, and I definitely do like certain aesthetics, right? But not everything Japanese actually strikes my eye. Like, I mean, it's cool. I get what they're going for. I get the design. I get why people would play it. I can appreciate the aesthetic. Would I wear it? Probably not. But I guess this also has kind of a similar thing to the Aviator set from Spy, right? I don't know. There's something about the buttons, the thicker fabric that just kind of does it for me. I don't know what it is specifically. And yeah, it's definitely one of those things that catches people off guard when I'm just because of, you know, what I am, model, right? We're like, what do you mean you're not doing the Japanese thing? Oh, don't get me wrong, okay? I played Legend of the Five Rings for years, okay? Not as much as other people, which makes me sad. I got it at the tail end of the Game and Emperor edition. But I assure you, as somebody who is a Bayushi clan Scorpion, I have a vast appreciation of the Japanese aesthetic, I assure you. But I don't actually hardcore go into most things. Like the kunai, I don't use on Spy. Probably wouldn't use that. I don't know. It's super interesting to look at.
Okay, real talk. This is straight up one of my favorite Scout miscs. It looks amazing, but it hasn't fallen into the edgy Scout main realm yet because everybody just kind of forgot that it existed. People who wear this are really hoping that it stays that way and are also kind of mad at me right now. Sorry? This guy is always wearing the Fortunate Son. Yeah, I know, it's a short one, but I mean, I probably have like a Vietnam flashback joke or something here, but I already did that a couple videos ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, you see this guy? Yeah, that one. He's that guy that will bring his guitar to parties and try and hook up with someone. Like, he doesn't know how to play any chords beyond E minor, G, D, and A without a capo, and he really only knows one song.
Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you've got to do.
Well, that's it. That's all I've got for this episode. As always, we're going to be doing Soldier next, so let me know if you have any suggestions or stereotypes or whatever for that. Yeah, you guys know the drill at this point. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I love this. This is flawless. I absolutely love this series, and I honestly I do enjoy engaging with TF2. Like, I absolutely do get a lot of enjoyment out of the game. Like I've said, definitely can have my salty moments, but I think all of us have our salty moments, right? It's what you do with it, and it's like sometimes, and hear me out, right? This is the thing with games. It's okay to put the game down for a bit. Whether it's me doing something like work, whether it's playing something else for the gaming channel, which I'm pushing more, right? You know, whether it's, you know, stepping outside and, you know, going for a hike or something, right? Like, the tweet that I got sent reminds me of the Destiny 2 tweet where, I guess, like, mathematically the dude is thousands of hours in. So, and he's played, like, mathematically, like, 4 hours a day since D1 launched, right? A lot of playtime. And he's like, well, Edge of Fate made it so that way I took a pause from the game because the game's just not in a state I want it to right now, and I spent time with my wife and kid, and I'm just like, okay, I want you to, like, understand what you have just said, and I want you to, like, rationalize what you have just said. you put down a video game to spend time with your family. That's wild to me, bro. And, like, don't get me wrong, yes, I am aware, you know, we as gamers, right? I'm an awful gamer, like, I'm bad at it. But, like, right? Like, I understand and empathize with games, right? Because I am, and as somebody who is in, according to a raid report, top 10% of Destiny 2 raiders, most of it's in Root of Nightmares, right? Being a Run Planets duo, I understand pouring yourself into the game. I totally get it. But there is a point where you just step away. It leads to you leading a more balanced life. And I like TF2 because I can kind of put it down. There's no real, you know, any sort of, like, expectation of a battle pass, login bonuses, etc. And I can even just play the game on, like, Uncle Topia or a community server and still get random drops like Sun on the Stick. So, honestly, I'm very impressed with it. I'm very happy playing TF2. I'm playing TF2 every now and then, right? Being able to boot it up and have some fun, right? It's a good break of the monotony of work and stuff. But thank you, Sounds, for another amazing video. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you've been enjoying the Miscellaneous Stereotype series, as well as those who definitely come out to the streams, come to the Discord, as well as even watching on the Definitive Gaming channel in regards to me being absolute dingus in the game, because it's genuinely a game I've been enjoying. Definitely have my frustration points in moments, but it's honestly been fun. And I'm glad that I actually found this community and that people recommended it. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you in the next one. Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 3, The Soldier, by Soundsmith.
Okay, Soldier. Overused joke about how way too many people main Soldier. Yeah, it's good. Let's go.
Yeah, it makes sense. I honestly really don't. I've hardly touched Soldier. I've touched more Engineer than anything. I do like that unit.
This guy can go either one of two ways. He's either the guy who wears the Armored Authority and yells at free-to-play medics and pubs and is the primary reason why new players get discouraged and quit, or he's the guy who wears the Honcho's headgear and is super chill. The hats change around a little bit, but in terms of attitude, I've never seen anyone in the middle of the road. He's either the nicest dude you've ever met or the biggest asshole you've ever met.
I mean, I can see that, though. Like, I can totally see the discrepancy there. And, I mean, that's fine, right? Like, part of it is having the thick skin, but part of it is also just, like if somebody... And this, I guess, goes into, like, the concept of cheating as well. Although not directly, right? The sentiment, at least, right? Dude, if someone is being that toxic, they need to get up and they need to, like, just do literally anything else with their life at that point. go touch grass, go to the store, go buy some pizza. Pizza does sound really good right now, actually. Not the point. Do we have a pizza emote in TF2? Actually, I don't know if we have a pizza emote, like eat pizza or like open pizza box or something. I don't think we do. I forgot all the emotes in this game. But like, especially, and then that goes into if people like want to cheat, right? If they want to aimbot hacks, etc., right? Fly in the skybox, clip through stuff, right? It's like, bro, it's a game. Like, you can't, and I get that people definitely do it for a job, right? Whether it's streaming, content creation, etc. And I'm technically one to talk, right? As, you know, gaming channel. But like, it's also one of those things where like, bro, there's literally more to life though. So I think I'm reading too deeply into this. I thought, but then again, that also comes with the caveat that there's that, you know, duality at a base generalized level, right? Sometimes it can be the coolest people you met. I also like seeing the Flog Pyro taunt. That was great.
This guy is absolutely wearing the pith helmet and using the Bison. 100%.
Amazing.
I guess I should also take this time to point out that the Bison's hitbox is still not reverted from the Meet Your Match version. It is doing up to 40% less damage than its original state.
Wild.
Yeah, Valve, please fix.
That's the sentiment that I keep hearing about Team Fortress 2. I actually, unironically, in my I was talking about TF2 in DMs again, because as I do. We were talking about how, we'll get to this with Spy, I assume. The cat that the medic and Spy has, just a lot of people hate it. Quote, the cat was a mistake. It's so ugly. I love that cat, though. I made it on Spy. It clashes with the game's art style. It definitely does, though. Quote, it's just sad. TF2 has the potential to be so amazing, and Valve is just neglectful. To which I also point out that Valve definitely had a forced arbitration policy until they decided they didn't want to do the forced arbitration policy anymore because it was costing too much money. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that Valve does a lot of things right, but I think it's definitely the wrong thing to look at Valve and think that, you know, they can't do, you know, anything wrong, right? Like, they can do no wrong status. Like, they're definitely better than most, if not all other companies out there. Then yeah, there's still things that they could do better, absolutely. And I'm definitely going to lament that TF2 kind of just gets shoved to the wayside. I think as a casual gaming experience, you know, they want you to man up, quote unquote, but as a casual gaming experience, I don't think it's matched, right? The fact that, you know, we have things like Battlefield 6 coming out, the finals that keep getting update, right? Like FPS after FPS getting updates, Call of Duty every year and stuff. And the fact that TF2 just keeps me coming back should say something. The last FPS to really do that was like Halo Reach on the 360, but that was also kind of lack of games, to be fair. But like, the game has my interest. The game has some good bones. Yeah, it sucks when, like, you know, you get face stabbed by a spy because I don't, like, you know, janky some of the hitbox is gonna work sometimes, right? But like, even then, I've had some salty moments, and then there's people who've just, like, the fact that the community is on average just really professional as well. Like, dude on his ult had like 2,000 hours of Spy, right? You know, and ended up popping out to the stream chat, and we had a conversation. It was organic, it was positive, it was progressive. I'm like, nah, dude, like, it might be upsetting to just get backstabbed over and over. The alternative is I can not show my back to you, right? Like, you don't get that with a lot of other communities, and I think that's the difference.
Okay, so I had a couple of ideas for this. It was gonna do like a sketch or a joke or something, but I couldn't decide on which one to do, so I'm just gonna put them together, even if it makes no sense. So yeah, here you go.
We don't need
a good cosmetic set for Soldier.
Not as long as we have our imagination.
I love this. I don't think I've run into that yet in the community night. I don't think I've seen one.
I have seen many different people say many different things about this mist, and it's pretty clear that it's a little controversial. Some people would say that it's the cosmetic used by the gods of the game, and other people will say that they're all just pub lords who think that other people are impressed by it. I actually ended up making a little mini game when I was reading the comments for the last Stereotypes video, and I called it Guess Who Wears the Exquisite Rack? And then I guess a little sub-game of that is Guess Who's Salty About Getting Destroyed by Someone Wearing the Exquisite Rack? It's pretty fun. You should try it with some other upcoming cosmetics. But I guess at the end of the day, Exquisite Rack holders just really want people to think they're good at the game. Or they're just a traitor. I don't know.
So hear me out. Hear me out. So, allegedly, there are definitely people out there in the military who tackle deer and make sure they're wearing PT belts, because you want to make sure the deer are safe, right? You want to make sure that they're safe. When do we have the Exquisite Rack cosmetic? But we also, so you know how Soldier has the strap going from his right shoulder across his chest, right? When do we get a cosmetic that goes across the opposite side, and it's just a PT reflective belt? Bro, That could be a $30 cosmetic. I would buy that day one. Okay, we can make the PT belt soldier a thing. Okay, we can make this happen. How do we make this happen? How can this how can we make this like Steam Workshop status? Please, needs more PT belt. Just make an outfit like you know how the aviator jacket for what do you call it? Spy has the rings around the cuffs, right? Just make those tinier PT belts. We can make the PT soldier. He will be protected from all forms of fire and damage.
These guys are the soldiers who are actually good at the game. And yes, believe it or not, this is a misc. It's just that not very many people will wear it as one because,
what is that?
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, this was the first cosmetic to ever be released for soldiers, so I think it's safe to say that these guys are pretty old school, and they're also the type of people that join a pub and mercilessly stomp it without saying a single word in chat.
I love that. I love how the fact that it's a miss and it just clips. That's wild to me.
This misc has gone through a lot of changes when it comes to stereotypes. See, long ago, the Kringle collection was widely considered to be the most overused cosmetic in the entire game. Every single pay-to-play soldier ever used this, along with the Allfather and a hat of their choice. But then, well, everything changed.
Mm-hmm. Is it not the bot attacks? What is this? Was the Seven Nation Army cover? Oh! I've heard about this. I don't know too much about it. Oh, the duck, no! I do want that duck. I'll find one day.
That's right, the end of the line update hit, simultaneously blowing our socks off with the animated short and disappointing us with a duck-filled, mediocre update. Oh, and also this cool new cold snap coat for the soldier came out, and every single tryhard soldier main immediately switched to it, leaving the Kringle collection behind in the dust.
I can totally see that. Like, and that's the thing, like, when did the Gentleman collection come out? TF2, Gentleman, because, like, we were talking about this fairly recently. When did this come out? Release date 20-something. Oh, obviously 2015. Yeah, so this is the era where like we were still getting like, well, I say we, I wasn't playing the game at the time, but like people were still getting like banger cosmetics and stuff. Like the soldier weapon from that collection is like one of the best weapons in the game, and I definitely see why people want those. Hence, you also get the White Whale, which is the top shelf minigun, right? Flawless or whatever the top is near mid or whatever. Like, oh, that was a rabbit hole and a half. I love that. Like, looking at that coat, that's amazing. I just wish that Valve did more of that nowadays.
Nowadays, pretty much nobody uses it unless they're doing a Santa loadout or their Troll Dream, and it's kind of a bummer because I really like this one.
Always Troll Dream. Lieutenant fights.
These guys are generally pretty chill, but there's usually one or two things that will set them off. Like, I don't know, something small, like killing a friendly or using an annoying bind in chat, something like that. So if you do somehow manage to piss this guy off, well, God help you.
Actually, that looks really good, though.
You know where this is going. Actually, wait. This is Halloween restricted, so nobody wears this.
No! That's why I don't wear the pyro shark head, yeah.
Now where am I going to find a screen shakes while I play a meme song joke?
As it turns out, me immediately hearing Shaolin Sash, Naruto-themed plays, me being the guy in the room pushing my glasses of, actually, Shaolin is Chinese, Naruto is Japanese. Bro, Kip, sit down. Get off your soapbox. Nah, you're right, bro. It's all in good fun. It does look really good, though. It makes me really sad that it is Halloween locked. That is absolutely definitely why I don't actually wear some of the cosmetics like the Pyro Shark helmet or hat. Because, like, it's so sad. Like, I want more, but, like, yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yep. This one's a war pig. Yeah, sure, this guy might be decent, or dare I say it, good, but he's not nearly as good as he thinks he is. You can usually find these guys trying to do rollouts on CP process and probably failing miserably.
I mean, that does feel like a war pig, though. The concept of, like, the person trying to bite up more than they can Chu kind of thing, thinking they're better than what the skill level
this one's
says,
weird.
right?
Cosmetically, this is pretty much the exact same thing as the Lord Coxswain's chops and pipe, but the people who use them are pretty different. As opposed to the bison-wielding meme lords that wear the Coxswains, Marshall's mutton chop soldiers are usually team players that use a banner of some kind. Or a shotgun. So, very rarely gunboats. I don't know, like I said, it's weird.
So, soldier mains out there, what's the point of using this weapon? So that's actually one of those that blows my mind every time. Because I guess you can't air blast them, right? But like across Soundsmith videos, Zesty Jesus, well, I've only wrecked a couple of his videos, Lazy Purple, like I understood that, like, I mean, maybe they're not unusable, right? But like people don't use the energy weapons. And then I come out to community nights and I magnetize myself to every single projectile from the soldier rocket. What's the cost benefit analysis on it? Why would somebody use it? Like, even if it's quote unquote not meta, right? Which, I mean, I assume I would have heard more about it if it was meta, right? Like, what's the selling point? Why use it over something else like Beggar's Bazooka or even like the classic?
This guy will usually be wearing the spook specs and the man in slacks along with the coif, and he's probably going for a Secret Service agent kind of look.
Makes sense. Take a bullet for his neck. Can't even be mad about that one. We're all in back. That actually looks like an early.
Alright, so this guy is either doing a Revolutionary War look or he's using the Caribbean Conqueror, and by extension is absolutely 100% using the black box conch. Like I
feel like that man is about to absolutely go like 100x in that game. Like, man is about to absolutely just take W's.
Said before, that's one of the weirdest, most widespread and unexplained stereotypes I've ever seen. Just pirate soldiers using black box conch. I got nothing, dude.
I'm curious about the logic there.
This guy is either doing a revolutionary... Wait. Hang on, didn't I just do this one? Okay, hold on. Wait, what? Why are these different cosmetics? They're like the same thing. Why did they make two cosmetics that are so similar? Why does this even have to exist?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right. I'm confused. Okay, you know what? Fine. Let's just move on to the next one.
I feel like this stuff is...
Okay.
I feel like that is definitely Valve, right? You look at that, that's aggressively Valve in TF2.
What the fuck? This is another kind of weird one. This guy can't rocket jump. Well, that or he does it very rarely. I guess it makes a little sense. The two soldier secondaries that are focused on rocket jumping, the gunboats and man-treads, actually can't be equipped with this, so...
Yes.
Yeah. If he has this in his main loadout, he probably doesn't rocket jump that much.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Cool. Alright, yeah, this guy can't rocket jump.
Fair enough. I mean, I can't rocket jump. I can rocket jump very rarely. I mean, to be fair, I also just habitually don't play Soldier, right? Soldier just isn't something that I play. Eventually, yeah, I'll play more of them. I do enjoy a good Beggar's Bazooka, right? Where you just proceed to just go RNG fishing, right? I mean, you're just playing orcs from 40k. You're rolling dice at the table, and it's just, you have to go in having fun, right? You can't go in trying to, like, metagame that. Like, sure, you can, like, pick best units and stuff like that, but, like, if you're gonna play orcs, you really can't be a salty player because you're just dealing with RNG, right? I don't know. Beggar's Bazooka is kind of similar. It definitely has some mechanics to it in regards to like how it fires, how it holds, specifically misfiring as well, right? If you hold after 3, but like, I don't know. Like, Beggar's Bazooka is one of those I bring out when like I either really want to destroy a sentry nest, like 2-fort tunnel status, like, oh god, when you get like 3 engineers down there, that hurts. Like, I'll usually bring something like that in, or I'm just trying to just mess around that entire match.
This guy is probably wearing 2 other cosmetics that include pipes or cigars of some kind so that he can go for maximum lung cancer.
Amazing. Flawless even.
This guy will usually be wearing the spook specs and the classified coif along with the slacks and going for a Secret Service agent kind of look. Wait, shit.
Oh, shit. Get down, Mr. President. Get down. Get down. Shoot me.
Compatriot. I love it. Bird. Are we gonna hear? Yep. Good morning. God bless America. See, that's when I just renamed my my Steam alias as American Dad. and I play nothing but Soldier with the bird. Like that's it. That's the stream. Daring today, aren't we? How original. The fact that this exists, that is great.
Okay, like I said before, this is basically the new Kringle collection for Soldier. When End of the Line dropped, everybody wore this. Everybody. My God, it's... okay, so not as many people wear it these days, but this was the try-hard Soldier coat for a good 2 years or so.
I
like,
believe it.
really,
It looks
if there
good.
was a basic bitch cosmetic for soldiers, it would probably be this one. This guy is probably the same kind of guy who wears cargo pants in real life. You know, because of the pockets.
Makes sense.
And,
dude, pockets are great.
Yeah.
Oh, please, I do not want to do another rant on why I hate women's pockets. I have derailed entire reactions for like tens of minutes talking about why I hate women's pockets. Bro, if I can't hold my 3DS in the pocket, I don't want it. God, no. We're gonna cut that off now. I'm not gonna rant on it because that has been a very habitual rant I've gone on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and sarcastically play the laugh track now. Okay, so this cosmetic looks incredible, but I barely see anybody ever use it.
It does look
really
good.
Weird. By all accounts, this should be insanely overused, but for whatever reason, it just completely flew under the radar. I don't know, man. There really isn't that much of a stereotype. I just kind of wanted to point out how awesome this cosmetic is.
Right.
Oh, and also I have a friend who has a strange one of these, and he wanted me to use this video to artificially inflate the price of this, but
That's the one.
You can just go ahead and ignore that.
Yes, I love that. Market manipulation at its finest. Let's go. This is why I love the TF2 economic, like, TF2 economics. The market side of this community pulling stuff like this is fantastic. Oh, God. It's so good.
This guy is a super ultra mega tryhard, and also a weeb, apparently. And
most honorable Soldier Shogun's shoulder guard. Oh, no.
Also an asshole. And he's also a Muselk fanboy. And also, it's a war pick. Jeez, there are a lot of strongly worded opinions about this thing, huh? Wow. It's almost like every single negative stereotype ever got funneled straight into this thing. Man, that's a bummer. It looks really cool. You know, it's weird, because if you've ever met somebody wearing this, then you'd realize that all of these stereotypes are absolutely true. Fuck you if you wear this. You are literally Satan. Gotcha.
Amazing.
All right.
I literally need to go grab this now. I need to make sure I need to see how it dies, especially cross teams. I would become Bayushi Soldier. I would do it. I would 100% do this. I would be... The stereotype for Shogun shoulder guards is that guy.
So now that I've pissed off approximately 45% of you watching this video, I guess we'll end it there. As always, I'll be doing Pyro next, so along with your angry comments about how you wear the Shogun's shoulder guard and you're not a super ultra mega tryhard or weeb or asshole or Muselk fanboy or whatever, let me know what Pyro miscs you'd like to see me cover. Okay, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I love this. This was perfect. I love his clapbacks. Like, he does it in good faith, too. And it's not like he's, like, raging. Like, I've definitely had my crash outs, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a difference between me crashing out about something and something like this, where it's like, no, hold up. He has a point. Like, just take it as a joke. It's fine. It's reading context, making sure you're understanding, you know, what's being said, how it's being said, what the intent is, right? You know, all those conversations we've had before. But honestly, this was great. I absolutely love this. I will have to play more Soldier in the future because I enjoy his playstyle. But more often than not, it just defaulting to other things as a former Pyro main going into heavy at this point because, oh my god, Fat Spy is amazing. It's really cool just to see other things I haven't seen exist. And also, since these videos are, I don't even want to say they're on the older side, right? Because, I mean, they came out, these came out about 7 years ago. I guess that's fair. Like, so this was, right, 2017 as we're recording this, so mid-May crisis, right? We definitely have more stuff now. And I think it's been interesting to interact with the TF2 community. Like, the fact that you could definitely see the love people have for the game. And, you know, how they still continue to engage despite Valve just kind of no supporting this game in certain aspects, is honestly really heartwarming. So thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Soundsmith, for another enlightening video. Definitely gotta go pick up the Shogun shoulder guards at some point, and I will see you all in the next one. Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 4, The Pyro, by Soundsmith.
The Pyro's been at the center of a lot of controversy ever since Jungle Inferno dropped. A lot of people claim he's overpowered, a lot of people claim he's underpowered, and it's kind of shifted the stereotypes a lot. So let's talk about that.
I think that's a good way to word it. Yeah, Jungle Inferno really kind of brought him to his own, right, in the modern Pyro.
For some reason, I always see these guys running stock shotgun and degreaser. Even though WM1 is just straight up better than combo Pyro these days, they'll still stick to their guns. Even if they're bad at it, it's hard not to respect them for trying, especially now that comboing requires you to, you know, actually hit a moving target.
Weird. I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I mean, I have respect for it, especially, like, you've built that muscle memory over so many years. I assume even if it's technically the subpar option, it's probably just easier. I do like this map.
These guys, well, I've talked about them before, actually. They're the Pyros that run around with the reserve shooter and spam binds every time they kill some... Whoa. Oh, right. The reserve shooter got nerfed. Oh, good shit. I wonder what they're doing these days.
Oh, God. Jungle Inferno drops. Reserve shooter. Pyros are too easily able to take advantage of this weapon's primary feature via air blast, i.e. no penalty on demand launching of their target, and so their damage potential can greatly exceed that of the other classes that also use this weapon. Rather than take a heavier-handed approach to solve this, we've instead decided to remove air blast as a source of mini crits. Attacks on targets knocked into the air by Pyro air blast, no longer mini crit. Added attacks on targets flying via the thermal thruster mini crit. Wild. I feel like TF2 updates, like update patch notes are wild. Yeah, I feel that.
Why did Valve have to nerf my favorite guy? They just love nerfing weapons that actually take skill, don't they? I mean, come on, it took so much skill to right-click and then shoot a target stuck in an inescapable insta. You gotta press a bunch of buttons in the skill base. Even for people like me that use skips to do it for me.
Amazing.
I hate Valve.
Tale from the Crypt. What is that? Dead of Night. What are those?
Right.
Oh. Proceeds to just backburner. Yeah. I mean, the backburner just works. Look, I love that thing. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I like that the Festivized one gets antlers on the ornament. Super funny.
So this guy can fall under one of two categories. He's either A, a relatively chill guy who uses the home wrecker and protects newer spies, and also has a weird fetish for the square dance taunt. No, I'm fake, don't worry about it. So
I need to do a stream where I just explore some of these weird community servers. I need to experience the social side of TF2 more.
Either that, or he's a complete psychopath. One of the two, never in between.
Makes sense. Just two extremes. Diametrically opposed philosophies.
Okay, this is actually kind of the exact same thing as the Cypress Rise. This guy is either a Pyro or the backburner Pyro from Hell that somehow manages to get crits from the front as well. Oh, and also random crits. Yeah, that's a thing on the backburner for some godforsaken reason. This guy is going to be running the full Grodboard set. So the Flog, the Man Melter, the Third Degree, the Bubble Pipe, and the Moon Man Backpack. They're actually kind of chill, despite most Flog Pyros being, well...
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because I definitely have to mute some of those sections. That's just modern YouTube, right? But like, oh, it's so fun.
This guy is almost certainly a high-tier trader. I don't think I've ever seen a Pyro wearing a unique coffin kit before. It's always just the crazy expensive, unusual ones. And when I say crazy expensive, I mean it.
Like, how many keys are we talking?
Shit.
I'm sorry, how many keys are we talking? Because we were talking about how certain things go for like 1,000. 2,500 key. It even gives you approximations on how many of that specific one exist. That is wild to me. Like, this game. This game.
This is pretty much never used unless the pyro is using the full Pyroland set. Really, if you just wanted to go to Pyroland and you didn't want to use the rain blower or the lollipop, then just wear the Pyrovision goggles. Like, there's no reason for this to exist aside from just completing a set.
Oh, I need to do a Pyroland stream. I actually haven't done the funny yet. What? What? That flew over my head.
This one's a pretty solid war pig. I've seen tons of these guys that just run around spraying flame particles everywhere and thinking they're hot shit. Yeah,
hilarious.
I get the idea. I don't think I've ever really seen a bad pyro wear this, but then again, I've never seen a good one wear it either. They're just kind of average.
He's just Schrodinger's pyro. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he amazing? Is he jank? Like, what is it? He's like somewhere in the like infinity of gray in between. He's just aggressively average. Finally, a miscellaneous set for me. Oh my god. I'm waiting for it.
So these guys used to be flare gods. You know, the ones that didn't just stun lock you into oblivion, but would also hit cross maps and air shots and a bunch of other crazy shit.
People hit some wild flares.
Yeah, those ones. But now that WM1 is so good, these days they're just, Oh god, why is there a spider on my mouse? Get it off! Get it off! Oh, cool, I killed everything. That's nice. We take those. But also, oh god, get it off!
I love it so much.
This guy is definitely the brightest bulb of the bunch. You'd better watch out, because he's going to use the thermal thruster and backburner and brain blast all over your team. Oh, wait, never mind, he's dead.
I would 100% do this. Why do I feel like this is Halloween locked, though? The Halloween lock cosmetics just make me so sad. Because, like, there's some character to that. I love that. El Muchacho.
Still use flares after Jungle Inferno, and, probably wearing a flamboyant flamenco, and you're either god tier or god awful, and fucking use flares, okay? That's it.
That's the bit. We're done. I can see myself using
usually
this.
team players, and all in all, they're honestly pretty respectable.
Fair enough.
I mean, as respectable as pyromanes can be, anyway.
So this was about, as we're recording this, was about 7 years ago. So this is about 2017. Does this predate the funny pyro set that looks the opposite color of the team they're on? You know which one I'm talking about. I guess the banana hat too. I found the banana hat is incredibly expensive, but I guess it really helps obfuscate the team much more. I would assume so. I'm sure I could look at Zesty Jesus's video on team obfuscation, which is something I wanted to look into once I finish this series, because I like exploring the metagame aspect of that. I assume this predates that, though. So by extension, does this series predate Valve messing with some war paints and messing with team recognition? I feel like this would be the era, right? Like, that came a little later.
Hey, fellow gamer, bearded expense, how do you feel about jiggle ones?
About what? Whatever that was, I loved all of that.
There are so many pyros that wear this that it's pretty much impossible to settle on a single stereotype. Like, really, it's not exactly a basic bitch cosmetic. I'd probably give that title in the last breath, but it just, like, it fits with so many loadouts and sets that there are just a ton of people who wear it.
Makes
So,
sense.
yeah, I don't even know if this has a stereotype. Sorry. Here, have a dumb, incomplete skit to make up for it.
Fair. That looks really cool, though.
Red 2, this is Red 1. Come in, Red 2. Over.
I think that the tornado cosmetic here goes, the unusual here goes really hard on the bumper car.
This is Red 2, read you loud and clear, over. Hey Red 2, I got a question for you, is that okay? Can I run by you? Red 2, you need to speak up, dude, I can't hear you. Must be all the communism. Red 2, you ever been in that situation where you write out a concept for a joke or a skit, you just never get around to writing a punchline? Over.
Makes sense, yeah.
No, over. Oh, bro, it's the fucking worst, I hate it when that happens. Over. Oh, yeah, no.
Why did my brain autocorrect that as Dr. Amagama was blah? Oh, the brain rot is real.
This is the guy who can't aim flares, so he just uses the scorch shot instead. He's also the person who will go in a times 100 server and just shoot the scorch shot on the ground over and over. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Wait, times 100 server. Wait, where's Lincoln Park? Where is it? The flog. No, not the flog. Oh. You know what? Fair enough.
You got this from an invasion crate and you kept it so you didn't feel like you wasted money. I mean, sure, there are a few loadouts that work with this, but most people that I see just went on an unlucky unboxing spree and don't want to admit it.
So what was that hat? It looked like a holographic chess piece. What was that? That looked cool.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I bet it'll fit in great with my Okay, never mind.
Wait, what do you mean you can zoom in? I literally didn't even know this. I'm literally just now finding out you can zoom.
Damn. Oh, you wanted a stereotype for this? Huh.
Just chill.
Well, nobody wears this. Because the North Polar Fleece is a thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Respect.
So the last episode, I did something with the Lone Survivor where I jokingly said that I wanted to artificially inflate the price of it. And, it worked a little bit too well.
Look at this.
Yes!
Ooh. Wait till you see the. Ooh. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head.
Oh my god. I love this. You have no idea just how entertaining and amusing this is to me.
Anyway, those of you who are especially observant might have noticed that I've been stockpiling a certain cosmetic, the Pyrobotics backpack. Bet you thought I was going to do the same thing again, huh? Try and make some quick profit off the stereotype series? Yeah? Well, joke's on you. This is the worst cosmetic in the entire game. It's fucking atrocious and has no reason to exist. Yeah. What are you gonna do now, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Go panic sell your keys somewhere else, bitch.
That's the one.
That's great.
I love it. That's perfect.
All right, that's all.
I feel like I need to just frequent r/TF2. I feel like that would be a genuine source of content.
All I've got for today. As always, I'm going to be doing demo next, so if you have any suggestions or cosmetics that you'd like to see me cover, just let me know. And now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go cry in a corner that I have like 50 of these Pyrobotics packs that I'll never be able to sell again.
Literally worth it, though.
Still worth it. Yeah, still worth it. Absolutely.
100%. I'm gonna start buying the funny frog hat that the spy gets. That's the one. Oh. That's what made everything much worse. Oh no. That's awesome that he's able to help out. Like, that's unfortunate because you can do everything right and still life just kind of tells you to go sit down on the ground. So I actually really like that. I thought that was a really like non-invasive way and a very heartfelt way of doing that as well. Like, that was because it doesn't like end the video on a sour note or a down note, but it's very much talking about something very very real and very that's unfortunate. Like, that's hopefully everything ended up well. Hopefully everything went well. Definitely would not want to be in a situation like like that. And I thought that's a really cool way of trying to help out and lend a hand. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Soundsmith as well for an amazing video. Thank you everyone for watching. Really do appreciate it. Let me know what your favorite pyro cosmetic is, and I will see you all in the next one. Ah yes, more of Soundsmith's miscellaneous stereotypes. This time, episode 5, the Demo Man. I actually cannot wait to see what he gets. I don't know a lot of what his miscellaneous is.
Demo Man, Demo Pan, Demo Knight, Demo Spam, Demo Ran, Demo... Look, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's demo stereotypes, okay? Just, like, start the video.
I love it. Actually, push his glasses up. Actually, he didn't start with the video with these are all stereotypes, not to take these seriously, buh. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I definitely see, like, I think this series is fun. I definitely see why. I've heard it grates on him. I've heard that while this was a big part of how he started, he definitely doesn't look kindly on this, from what I've heard via comments. I could definitely see this, though. I thought that was a really good intro, though. I really liked it. Very fast-paced.
You know what this is used for. We all know what this is used for. Come on, say
no
it with
idea.
me, everybody. Try hard demos who sticky spam and wear the hustler's.
Demo man?
Is there an actual build that uses the pan? Is that why it's called Demo Pan? Oh, I have a new build then. Oh, it's gonna be great.
This guy is almost certainly going for the pirate loadout. You know what I'm talking about. He uses the loose cannon, some kind of pirate hat, some kind of other pirate misc, and has the inexplicable urge to use the Scotsman stagger after every single kill. You know, that guy. It's also worth noting that even though these guys always use the loose cannon, they'll almost never actually get a double knock. Truth be told, they'd probably be better off with stock, but hey, they gotta commit to the meme, and I guess in a weird, spammy way, that's kinda respectable.
Hey, I respect it, especially if you're committing to the bit, right? It's like if somebody wanted to use just like exclusively the back burner on pyro, like I'm all flooded. I enjoy using the back burner. When it hits, it hits. 60% of the time, it works every time. But yeah, you gotta really commit to the bit, or like using like Printy Machete on Engineer to try to make NG Spy. I'm gonna find it at some point. I will find the pieces to make NG Spy.
This is also kind of a pirate-themed cosmetic, but I've heard from a bunch of people, and I've also noticed myself, that this cosmetic tends to be worn by old-school cop demos. You know, the one that joins your pub and stomps it without a medic and without saying a single word in chat, and every time you get killed by some insane air shot or some random sticky trap that he isn't even looking at, you just go into that freeze frame and are greeted by that strange parrot with 200,000 points on it. It's really weird and really specific, but I think it might have to do with the fact that this was one of the first strange cosmetics available for demo.
Yeah.
It's super weird, man.
I can see that. That makes a lot of sense. It's been weird to see certain things throughout the history of the game, right? It's been very strange. And also how, and obviously why we're doing a series like this, right? Or why a series like this was done in the first place, to see what kind of stereotypes evolved because of it. Yeah, I could totally see this being a long-term players would stick with this, long-term demo mans, right? Demo men.
Hey, this is an MVM drop cosmetic, just like the Pyrobotics pack. Except this time it's actually fucking good.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Oh. What the?
What is happening?
What the? No, Stu.
I love that. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know what just happened, but I love all of whatever all of that was. I love that. That was perfect. I still don't know how to get the T-pose thing working. Like, I know it's like an in-game thing. Like, it's technically a bug, but you can just, yeah, you can become bumper car status.
A lot of people tend...
Actually, on that subject, if that's easily replicatable, like if you can easily replicate that, wouldn't that be a problem for comp because it obfuscates movement or obfuscates potentially what weapon you have? If it's something that you can easily replicate.
To associate this with a terrorist loadout or something to that effect, but this is used a ton outside of that. This is because it's pretty much the only good beard cosmetic for Demo Man, so if their loadout involves a beard, they're probably using this. Oh, and also you can pull a KJ and use it with a Salty Dog for that maximum lung cancer thing I was talking about earlier, so...
Oh, love it.
This guy is a demo knight who thinks he's hot shit. He's probably got a strange professional killstreak Islander, maybe Australian, that he got to hail zone on an idle server, and he tries really, really hard to impress everybody that he's in the game with. And of course, this also includes complaining about scouts and snipers and every other hit scan weapon in the game at basically every opportunity. Just get a mental image of this guy. Okay, so picture the guy sitting in his computer, right? And every time he dies to a scout or a sniper, he just opens his mouth, and the only sound that comes out is the same sound that the demo man makes when he charges. Like that's this guy.
Makes sense.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Amazing.
So it would seem.
I mean, I respect it. If you have that level of movement tech, I absolutely respect it. 100%. Like, wow.
This one is kind of the obligatory set filler cosmetic. You know, pretty much everybody that uses this is just using it to try and fill out their Scottish guy loadout with stuff like the Black Watch, the Gaelic Garb, the Tartan Tyrolean, etc., etc., etc. Oh, and also, here's your obligatory SpongeBob reference.
Look what I got under me!
No! Got him!
Yes, look at us. We're so fat.
I'm sorry, there's a cooking emote? Yo, I missed this one.
See?
So I
Yes, of
bought the
course.
berry yesterday, but I said, why not try the car as well?
Yes, cars are good. This fucking guy. I hate this guy. He tries to be fancy, but he's not really all that fancy. No,
He's not very
fuck that guy. Fucking kill me.
Not fancy.
Oh, I love everything about that. That was perfect.
This guy is also a demo knight who thinks he's hot shit, except this time with a healthy dose of...
No. It's always the Linkin Park, bro. Always.
This one's pretty obvious. He's a demo knight that uses the Nessie's 9-iron constantly. Yeah. Speaking of which, Valve, are we ever going to get a Strange for the 9-iron? I bet way more people would use it if we did. It's not a promotional item or anything, so why not? It's cool. You know, while we're at it, let's get a Strange variant of the Tide Turner. And one of the Scottish Handshake. Let's make the Market Gardener, too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, a Strange Market Gardener would go kind of cool. That'd be pretty hype.
This guy is using the Tartan Spartan and playing Hybrid Knight with the Lock and Load, except, you know, he can't actually aim his pills. More often than not, these guys tend to think they're way better than they really are, but I wouldn't really call the pants themselves a war paint. That's more associated with the hood and the Lock and Load than anything. It's just that...
I was curious about that. I was curious if this is going to be for big status, but not quite.
These tend to get paired with those a lot, so... This guy is probably using the Scotch bonnet and some other military-looking cosmetic thing. And as for his playstyle, well...
Yeah! The funny Rainbow Six meme. Oh, love it. Bushido.
Yeah, you already know where this one is going.
I mean, it looks good.
Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, you already know where this one is going. What the hell is going on? Did I set up the track right? Hang on, what if I just, like... Oh, okay, yep, there it is. Ow, okay, cool. Anyway, these guys use the katana and they're usually weaves. Yeah,
Nice touch with the track being loud enough that it actually it fights with his own voice. It's actually artistically done because, you know, it's blasting, you know, anime openings, J-pop, etc., you know, on full volume. And you're trying to talk while it's on full volume. Oh, I love it.
So these guys are just running around with a bunch of explosives strapped to their heavy blast-proof jackets, so you would think that they actually know how their explosives work and would be good with using them. You know, maybe even going so far as mastering a martial art associated with it, but in reality, these guys are far and away the ones that I see blowing themselves up the most. It's like they have no concept of self-damage whatsoever. Really, if you want to kill these guys, just stand in front of them with more than 100 health. And that's
that poor spy.
Like all you have to do. These are almost always worn together with a sombrero, and the stereotypes that I covered for that back in hat stereotypes pretty much applies to these cosmetics as well. And for those of you who don't quite remember, here's a little something to jog your memory. Where is everybody? Oh.
Yeah!
Oh, no.
Welcome to the nightclub!
They're all using the beer pong, aren't they?
Oh,
my God.
Yes. I need to really frequent. I need to look at more of these servers. I need to frequent community servers more. Just find these weird servers that I keep hearing about.
Okay.
Flawless.
What? I don't like this.
I'm okay with this.
I feel like I'm being peer pressured into drinking or something. I don't like this at all.
Oh, that's why I play TF2. Yeah, absolutely. There's a game there, but it's more than a game. It's really an experience.
This guy uses the Tide Turner and is going for, yeah, you guessed it, a pirate loadout. You know, now that I think about it, Demo has a lot of pirate cosmetics.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like every single one of Demo's cosmetics fit the same few categories. You got pirate guy, you got Scottish guy, you've got edgy SWAT guy, you've got edgy knight guy, and you've got terrorist. So, anyway, just a small observation. Let's move on.
I mean, I really love the plate armor. As somebody who I ended up getting on the Steam market for, because it was actually fairly reasonably priced. Sir Builds a Lot for Engineer came out very recently. As we're recording this, 2025, late 2025. I've been rocking that. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying playing Tin Can Engie.
This guy is probably going for a more modern demo. It's pretty frequently used for a whole bunch of different sets, and there's a good reason for that. A, it's a good-looking cosmetic. Yeah, I mean, not much to say there.
Yeah,
B, it's really inexpensive for being a body cosmetic, and C, you don't really have much of a choice among pants. Really, if you want to wear pants on your demo man for any set that isn't extremely stylish, then you're probably stuck with these things.
Loud
really,
equals
this
funny.
is like your only option if you want to stay away from. Hey, quit it. Honestly, I kind of forgot this cosmetic existed until I looked it up on the wiki, and the reason I forgot is because nobody ever wears this. Well, except for one situation, but that situation is when they just want to be an immature edgelord making a joke that would probably get me demonetized, so I can't really talk about it.
I was, what was I was talking with somebody. It wasn't TF2, it was Destiny 2 specifically. But I guess somebody got banned for doing like a really hyper edgy joke. Like really, like unalive status. And then someone got banned. And then people were like upset that they got banned. And I'm just like, I feel like this is a very unique thing to gaming. Right? Right? Does that make sense? Like, yeah, I've definitely seen some funny words in TF2 that I most certainly cannot repeat on YouTube here. That I don't want to repeat in period. I wonder if it's the anonymity. I wonder what the core problem is. I think anonymity on the internet is one big one, right?
You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I feel like with this cosmetic, I don't even need to say what it is, because everybody already knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost on this one.
Look, they use the bagpipe taunt after every single kill, okay? Alright, that's all I've got for this episode. As always, we're going to do heavy next, so if you see a certain cosmetic that you'd like me to cover for him, let me know. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I wonder, so the unusual his hat has, I wonder how expensive those are now. I don't know. I'm not super interested in it. I am looking at a, oh my god, I was looking at, what was it? Spy's frog hat. That thing is expensive. Have you seen what unusuals for those go for? Minimum 300. But I guess those are like pretty high tier. Oh no, those are low tier unusuals actually. I don't know. It's been interesting to look at the marketing side of things as well, especially if a creator, gets big and does has a certain hat or something. It makes me wonder how that impacts the price or how that affects the price and stuff, right? It's been really interesting to go through this though, if I'm being honest. I've absolutely loved this. Hopefully you enjoyed this too. This journey through TF2 miscellaneous stereotypes, many of which I didn't even know existed, if I'm being completely honest. It's really cool to see this. I thought Demoman had a little more variety, getting that pirate aesthetic in there, that knight aesthetic in there, the Scottish aesthetic in there. It had a few different aesthetics going on for it. Where something like Pyro, generally to me, has seemed pretty linear. So it's pretty interesting to look at this, pretty interesting to go through and see a lot of cool stuff I didn't even know existed. And cool stuff, more cool stuff that exists now since these videos came out. So thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Definitely go check out Soundsmith, especially if you have not. Links in the description. And I will see you all in the next one. Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 6, The Heavy, by Soundsmith. I have honestly been having a lot of fun with the Heavy. I've been very much enjoying the whole Fat Spy gimmick, having Pretty Machete, right? Very much been enjoying those. So I figured, let's go ahead and get into this next one so I can see what other miscellaneous that the Heavy gets that I can potentially enjoy.
This is the heavy weapons guy. He's big, he's strong, and he's a man of few words.
Love it.
So, yeah, kind of like me when I was writing this intro. You would think that this guy would be the type of heavy to always have a medigun placed firmly in his butthole, but more often than not, these guys are actually strong, independent heavies who don't need no medic. More often than not, you'll find them rocking the Tomislav, Second Banana, and some other melee that works with their playstyle. Probably Fist of Steel, I don't know. At any rate, they'll usually go do their own thing, and while they'll do pretty well, they're probably not going to stick with your team all that much. Right. You'll see them in the kill feed, but not very frequently otherwise.
It's been really interesting to play Heavy and see, one, a Heavy that is supported by their team. And that honestly, just being able to clear points like that in Community Nights has been kind of wild. One of the other ones as well, it's been very interesting to see that a really good Heavy that can duck in and out of cover can really be pivotal to a team fight. Like, yeah, obviously you have to be aware of snipers, whether using the Luxman or whether using, actual, sniper, right? Actual gun, if you will. And obviously, it's not saying that's the ultimate class in the game, right? A good spy can get behind you, especially because you're so massive, and you have a hitbox the size of Texas in regards to backstab. But like, I don't know, it's been very interesting to play Heavy and to try to figure out how Heavy kind of can affect and even in some cases warp the front line. And you know that your team is doing really good on offense. Sorry, you know your team's doing really good on defense when the enemy team swaps to 3 heavies and you just see a conga line of 3 heavies already revved up and ready to go. That is one of those ones that you're like, yeah, we've pushed the enemy team a little too far. They brought out the triple heavy comp. Michael Bay.
Okay, really. This guy might as well have picked Sniper with how accurate his sandwich throws are. It doesn't matter where you are in relation to him. Even if you're all the way across the map, he's still gonna nail that sandwich throw 100 times out of 100. It's actually kind of insane.
Kind of wild.
This is a guy who definitely knows where his towel is, because, well, it's right there. It's on his shoulder. Anyway, it's also probably safe to assume that he also has a toothbrush, a washcloth, a bar of soap, tin of biscuits, a flask, compass, map, ball of string, gnat spray, wet weather gear, spacesuit, etc., etc., etc. Basically, any heavy who knows where his towel is a fat Russian dude to be reckoned with. Okay, but really, Douglas Adams quotes aside, they usually just wear the gym rat or something. I don't know.
To be fair, oh god, one of those things. It's really interesting, because it's one of those things where like we joke about like, oh, where's his towel? Oh, it's on his head, right? And then like you think about it for a second, right? And it's really funny because like I've definitely been like, how many have been there? We're like, hey, I gotta go find my phone while you're on the phone. Or like, I need to find my phone, and you're like sitting on your phone or something like that, right? So I have to idiot-proof myself. Why I have to idiot-proof myself in terms of like, wallet and keys in one pocket, 3DS XL in the other pocket. If I'm out walking around, portable charger pocket 1, phone pocket, back pocket 2, right? Like I have to idiot-proof myself constantly because something that's like right there, I miss constantly.
Okay, so I already covered this in hat stereotypes, but that's because I fell for a common misconception, which is that this hat takes up the head slot, when in reality it takes up the head skin region. This means that it can be worn with pretty much any other cosmetic and is classified as a misc. Regardless...
unironically, is I'm actually having this conversation in another window because I thought the Battle Balaclava, right, is the one that a lot of people use for Fat Spy, right? But I was like, why doesn't this have an unusual? Like, I'm looking, it has a strange, it's got a base variant, and then I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait, why does this not? And then it's like, Kip, this is a misc. Miscs don't get unusuals, I guess, unless it's from a long time ago. But I would not know in regards to things that are miscellaneous that have unusuals. It's wild to me. It seems like this is a heavy... It's not a heavy specific thing, right? But it's very much a... Heavy as a couple instances of it taking up the head region, but it doesn't get unusuals because it's miscellaneous.
Let me catch you up on the stereotype just in case you forgot. Right, and in addition to that, this is also one of those cosmetics that's favored by traders, since it allows you to get a second unusual effect without changing your loadout all that much. Kind of like the Polar Pullover. And like the Polar Pullover, it's also expensive as hell.
I was about to say, because this is a dual unusual slot, this is going to make this really expensive, isn't it? Oh, what is a TF2 key worth? I always forget this. TF2 key worth. $6 USD after or something. So about $240. That's wild. I love these summoning circle ones, but like they had to have been an effect from a long time ago because finding these is wild. And when you do find them, they're expensive.
Holy shit.
Yeah, especially if you have the ability to have a second
I'm coming for you!
POV. I'm playing Fat Spy and coming at you with the printing machete. This happens to me every community day. It's hilarious.
It's not possible!
This is pretty much exclusively used with the Warhead, since it's one of the only things that actually works with the whole, like, metal aesthetic thing. I mean, usually it's just a newer player that's trying way too hard to look intimidating. Well, either that or they're going for a purposefully ugly loadout for a meme, or, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. The shades, yeah! Wow, that was for
sunglasses, specs, shades.
Whatever you call them, these tinted accessories have an iconic place in fashion history and law enforcement.
Like the security shade, the old school spectacles for the heavy.
And the Macho Man, the hugely popular all-class misc.
He's whoosh and I'm shotgun.
And it's our job to analyze their comfort, synergy, and style to find out who would win a hat bad. Okay, that was fast.
But we have this gun.
Yeah, it's almost like the Macho Man outclasses the security shades in almost every way possible, leaving them with basically no reason to exist.
Amazing.
Yeah. Huh.
We did a couple reactions to Death Battle. I got tired of the copyright. It was one of those things that those definitely got copyrighted. I think... Let me check. Yeah, all of them, I guess they were either fraudulent claimants or they held no water. Or alternative, because I don't remember seeing actual, whoever runs Death Battle proper. I think it was all just like South American and stuff. Like they're fine, they did okay in terms of reactions. But like, I just got tired of the copyright because those things get copyrighted so quick. They gotta go fight that. And then they also did really so I stopped doing, that's why I stopped doing those. I thought they were fun, I thought they were neat. But yeah, the copyright and just got a little tedious. But they do put out some good work.
This one's pretty obvious. He's going for the lumberjack look and is probably wearing the outdoorsman. Interestingly, they also seem to run Thomas Walker. I don't know why, but they do.
I think it's just the best. I like it. I like
okay,
the,
so you know the...
What is it? The hit variance when you spin up, it has a lower hit variance, right? This spread is tighter. That's why I like it.
Silent pub stomper type, like, you know, that one demo with the random 4-character lowercase Latin name with a regular old strange sticky launcher with 100,000 kills on it, and he just walks in and destroys the entire server without even talking. Well, this guy is the heavy equivalent of that. He's the guy wearing the Reader's Choice and Carl, either running stock or Tomislav, and somehow has perfect tracking and positioning despite not ever communicating with his team. It's honestly pretty scary to go up against. I mean, like, if you're sniper, you might get a couple headshots on him, but if you're any other class, well, good luck.
That ain't happening. I love that, though.
This right here is combo unusual. You know, like the one that everyone wears to just complete a set or a joke or something, but they would never consider just wearing on their own. Like,
honestly, kind of reminds me of Nicolas Cage or something.
Okay, here's an example. You could use it to make a god movie loadout, a hippie, a biker. You could use it to complete that lumberjack set that I mentioned earlier. You can use it with a ton of stuff and have it work. So you'll very often see people wear this as a slot filler, but on its own. Yeah.
I'll pick one up at some point. That's actually really tight.
Okay, so there's obviously the Aqua Teen Hunger Force loadout, which is what you'll usually see people wearing this for, but there's also a rather specific meme that I see this used with a lot. If an engineer is using the level 3 chin and the dad does, and he's partied with a heavy, then there's something like a 50% chance that the heavy will be wearing the Hunger Force, Aperture Labs hard hat, and the war goggles, and just hitting the engineer sentry with their melee. That...
He's playing Fat Engineer. Legend.
Or they'll just be the sentry.
Yeah, they are the sentry. You know what? I'm pissed off that I didn't think about this, and now I'm going to do this next time I'm in 2 Fort, okay? I'm going to do this next time in 2 Fort, especially... I'm going to hit that 4-hour game at some point. It's going to happen. 2 hours, you start to space out, and you start to question existence itself. I can't imagine 4 or even 6-hour 2 Fort games. Oh, that's got to be a different level. Like, you got to order pizza for that one, right? You order pizza mid-match. You swap to engineer so that way you can go to Intel, set up your whole nest down there, and then you eat the pizza while the game is attempting to continue. The last 2-hour game of 2 Fort that I had, I think 4 of us, like 3 or 4 of us went engineer, and we all just like tier 3'd right outside of the the opposing building. We were on blue, so we all like tier 3'd outside of red, and we had to like drag that intel out kicking and screaming. That was only 2 hours. I can't imagine 4 or 6.
This is actually the dumbest thing.
I need to do this. I can't. I'm upset that I didn't think about this. It makes sense.
This one is actually worn by memers a lot, surprisingly. Just looking at it, you wouldn't really think that. But honestly, I think it's because most people just kind of forget about it. Like, I didn't even know this existed until I saw it in the wiki, and plus there are a ton of body cosmetics for heavy, so yeah. Anyway, because of this, most people would wear it to fill a set or a gimmicky playstyle or something like that. Most notably, there's the Bear Heavy and the Homeless Hoovy, both of which are totally non-serious playstyles. So,
right.
Yeah, if you see this, they're probably not taking it very seriously.
Which is fine. Honestly, you kind of need those, like, don't get me wrong. There is a reason to go, like, Uncle Topia status. There's a reason to play off, right? There's a reason to play, I want to play off. A sweaty place. Absolutely. Sometimes, though, you just need to show up as a hoovy or as a fat spot. And just troll the lobby, right? Like, somebody sees you with the pretty machete as the fat spy, and they, like, look at you and then kind of, like, move side to side, like, to acknowledge that they see you. And then you do the, oh god, what's it? The tractor remote where you just, I'm coming for you, and you just drive past them. It's a 50-50 if they kill bind or not when you run into them with the emote. Sometimes you need those brief moments of fun, right? Or a lobby just evolve into Konga or Kazatsuki kick, right? Like, sometimes you need those moments, and I think that's what sets TF2 apart. Is it really is a mixed bag, and obviously people want to play the game, right? About maybe the 2nd or 3rd time you're trying to have fun, and they just keep, mowing you down. Yeah, then you're like, okay, pull out Tomislav. Okay, we're actually playing, though. And, oh, well, they're really relying on soldiers right now. Maybe I'm going to go nest up somewhere down a hallway with a tier 3 turret, or sorry, tier 3 sentry or something like that. I don't know, like, it's interesting to have to read lobbies. That's something that I actually really enjoy about TF2. Like, you have to read the environment, what people want from that specific
I wish I hadn't sold my bumper cards.
The birthday boy. We can drive the cars with the birthday boy.
I feel like T-posing is actually just Bearded's natural state of being.
Actually, Southsmith TF2, I'll have you know that that's an A pose. Even though the real name for it is a reference pose, and you're surely only calling it a T-pose because it's the easiest, most recognizable term for your audience, I still have to correct you. Look, everyone, I have a basic understanding of the English language. That means I'm smart and not obnoxious.
I love that entire bit. That's actually why I think my model, oh, I was looking this up once. T-posing is good for certain things, but A-posing is good for other things. I think A-posing is better for animation. I think T-posing is better for static. An artist out there, a modeler, would have to explain the difference to me again. Because, like, it's actually really interesting to figure out why you would use an A-pose versus a T-pose. I think my models use A-poses, if I remember correctly. Like, you don't actually see the underside of what I do a lot. But it's one of those things where, like, I think default to A-pose here. I think the waifu model as well, I think defaults to A-pose. Interesting things about animation that are like you never hear talked about, but are actually really fascinating. The sassy heel.
Warping.
I actually really love that belt.
Just hard.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually. I'm like, oh, I would wear this. Warpig. Yeah, that makes sense.
Core Warpig. Really, you'd think that most heavies who think they're amazing would be wearing edgier stuff, like the Purity Fist or the Steel Jaw or something, but this one is just... wow. Of course, there's usually a more reliable indicator of this, like having a medic buddy with matching unusuals or something like that, but more often than not, this is just used to fill out the set of a heavy who gives himself a little bit too much credit.
I mean, I love it. It looks really good.
You know, this one is weird. As a cosmetic, it definitely gives off more of a serious, edgy, try-hardy tone. So you would think that the people who wear it would fall under the same category. But here's the thing. You never really see it all that much. I mean, sure, some people who wear it will definitely fit the bill for that guy, but other people who wear it are really chill. Some of them are try-hards, some of them are hoobies. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and some of them are somewhere in between. And despite the fact that a ton of people wear this, I haven't really seen any unifying trend.
Actually, now that I think about it, if we have a straw hat for heavy, like if we get like a straw hat, I could see this dude being a one-piece. I'm on front 14. I can almost see this being a one-piece set, right? Just gotta wait to get that, or maybe for straw hat. I don't know. I'd have to see what came out, but I could totally see this being used to rock a one-piece aesthetic, like straw hat kind of stuff.
Wow, it's almost like cosmetics don't always have a stereotype, and the whole concept of giving stereotypes or presenting stereotypes for an in-game item is very limited and should never have been stretched as far as it was in this case. Wow, golly gee, that's one to scratch your head on, huh?
No, I don't believe you. You absolutely should be taken 100% seriously as actual fact. 100%. People get so weird.
This guy is definitely a cool, patriotic, American, definitely not communist, upstanding member of society.
Somewhere, the fat electrician's the hair on his arms is standing up. He can sense it. He can sense the funny C word.
This is pretty commonly worn with a tipped lid, especially around September when Tip of the Hats is rolling around.
No. I honestly would 100% be using the chicken instead. Mama, whatever. No, the chicken beats us out 100%.
Other than that, people wearing this are usually the type of people who use pet cosmetics on every other class, like the Chuckle Nuts, the Slutter's Sidekick, etc. They just...
The Spy Crab, if I could ever get one. I am, like, what, a decade at this point? Almost too late for that Spy Crab?
Like animal cosmetics and stuff. And in my opinion, that's absolutely a good use of a slot. This is a pretty simple one. They're usually worn together along with the Eliminator, Safeguard, and some other military-looking cosmetic and using stock minigun. He's a try-hard, but not necessarily a toxic one. Remember, when I say try-hard, that's not really a bad thing. I know it kind of carries a negative connotation usually, but when I say that, I just mean that they're trying their hardest to win. Nothing wrong with that.
So,
okay, yeah, I know that's a boring one. Let's move on to the more interesting stuff.
I actually really like that he points this out because like being a tryhard is definitely taken as a negative, but it's not always a negative. Like it means yeah, you're trying super hard. Oh no, we have a trying to find a thing. Well, we have a cloak and dagger spy right here, man. He's tryharding, right? Or we have a scout with the soda popper and maybe God, isn't there one that gives you like an extra bounce of melee, right? Like you can absolutely metagame TF2, right? But like being a tryhard isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different style of play. And once again, it comes down to reading the lobby. If you want a tryhard status and test your reflexes and your skills, yeah, like Uncle Topia, or I'm sure competitive it has your back, right? I'm certain it would. It's just reading the lobby and understanding what different people want out of the game. Don't get me wrong, you can have tryhards that conflate with toxicity, right? Who they kind of go together, but that's not always the case, right? When I try to play engineer, I default to tryhard so hard it's not even funny, right? Like immediately right out the gate, I'm dropping dispenser, I'm dropping teleporter entrance, go back for scrap, dropping the turret just to make sure. Certain maps I've had them rush spawn, right? And then I start building like 3 things at once, right? Like I am locked in anytime I try to play engineer. I get very laser focused on playing NG. It's actually why I'm kind of hit or miss on playing it, if I'm honest, right? But like it's not a bad thing to be a tryhard. I like that he covers this.
So basically, any heavy that wears these is just letting everyone else around them know that they're the absolute greatest, manliest, bestest, big dick heavy all around.
Makes sense.
And I mean, really, there's no other cosmetic that compares to these bad boys.
Definitely.
I mean, look, any heavy can just pack on a few cosmetics and puff their chest out, you know? But you? Nah. You're a man's kind of man, like Saxton Hale. See, as the heavy, you already know you've got a big upper body, but how many heavies are brave enough to expose those beautiful, bulging, sculpted, shaven legs? Not many, but you are. And that's why nothing compares to the jungle booty shorts, especially not that puny, heavy lifter cosmetic.
Amazing.
Fuck you, Big Joey. We all know the heavy lifter is the
I love this. I love this back and forth. This is great.
best. So, the heavy lifter, the cosmetic that turns heavy into what I've always seen him out to be, a massive muscular powerhouse with enough beefy intimidation to send you running back to the spawn room. We're not talking about how great this cosmetic is. We're talking about the stereotype for it. You don't see too many of these guys around, but the ones you usually do see are mega egotistical tryhard heavies with medics up their asses. So,
wow.
Yeah, needless to say, these guys going hard. Very hard.
Is it bad that my brain auto-corrected that to Among Us with the Among Us sound effect? I hate that. I'm just now actually realizing this, but the heavy reminds me of the art direction, the art style for the Wind Waker NPCs, right? Like the big dudes, right? Dampa, Candy, I think Gummy was another one, right? Yeah, Gummy, right? Very much reminiscent of those, and I think that may be why I actually really like the heavy's aesthetic a lot. I don't know, just literally now thinking about how, oh, this is kind of similar. Big, beefy, buff dude, right? Like, it makes sense, right? There's only so many ways you can do that in a cartoonish perspective, right? I'm a huge fan.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
Who is this?
Champ? Is Champ there?
Who is Champ?
That question will be answered sometime later this year when heavy boxing champ Bearded Expense defends his title from Big Joey Slapnuts in the showdown of the century. Order now for just 8 easy payments of I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this.
Oh, I love that. I love how that was a tie-in promo. That's great.
This is another kind of boring one. It's just the vacation heavy loadout. Always. And they always use bloom buff stuff. Like, yeah, that's it. It's dumb. Let's move on.
I feel like Boog heavy is the appropriate term there. This is our platinum. I feel like this is gonna be a war pig.
Soundsmith, are you gonna make the Joe joke? It's gonna be so funny, guys. He's gonna make the funny
God,
joke. He's gonna say the
Okay, look, I gotta be honest. I love this cosmetic, okay? It looks great, and it's a reference to one of my favorite anime, but I've got beef with it, and here's why. Everybody ever wears it, and maybe that makes me a hipster, I don't know. But it's not just that. Here's the thing.
It's not necessarily that it makes you a hipster. Like, I totally get this, though, right? I mean, like, even going in for, like, Fat Spy, like, the Fat Spy is definitely one of those, like, sure, people use it, right? And definitely larger YouTubers than I am have definitely used it, right? And showcased it, right? So like I'll hop on the bandwagon and stuff. Or like we talk about the whole and we go over this in the eventual Zesty Jesus what is it, team recognition video. Where we go over that from a design perspective and why workshop items are problematic in certain aspects, like the pyro one where you can dye it certain colors and it effectively looks the opposite of the team you're on. Why does the blue pyro look red? Why does the red pyro look blue, right? That kind of thing, right? Like people hop on the bandwagon, and there's definitely cosmetics that are used more. I happen to like more of the niche ones, if that makes sense. But even then, I guess the frog hat for Spy, I guess, is pretty common, right? That unusuals for that are fairly expensive, right? But that's also because Assassin's Grade, from what I understand. Anyways, but I totally get that. I totally get where it's not that you're necessarily a hipster, but it's like, wow, everybody and their brother literally uses this, right? Like, everybody uses this. Which is why I ended up settling on some interesting things. Like, I'm on Sir builds a lot for Engineer right now. Haven't really done anything with Scout yet. I think my Medic is still stock, if I understand it correctly. But even then, something like Spy, even Aviator, I'm a little hesitant to use that because it's just so widely used. That should never be a deterrent for someone to use something, right? Like, if you want to use it and you have your own little twist or spin on it, or you just like it, right? That's completely fine. But I definitely see why something someone would like would definitely be something that they don't like or they would actually avoid, because it's just so overused and oversaturated, and it doesn't like feel special anymore, if that makes sense, right? Like, let's say TF2 came out tomorrow with an actual skull for Pyro that wasn't Halloween locked, right? Like, how many people would hop on that like today, right? And then it starts, it's obviously something that people want, but it's one of those things that it feels like it definitely loses a lot of that charm.
Every time I see someone wearing this, which is a lot, they're just named Jotaro Kujo and punching people. Haha, look, it's the thing that happens in the show, and it's everywhere. Granted, I was one of those people at one point.
What is that fish texture?
That happens in the show, and it's everywhere.
Is that a paint? Is that a war paint? How does that happen? How do you get a plaid fish?
Granted, I was one of those people at one point, so I've got no real moral ground to stand on here. And plus, I'm mostly, I don't know, let's go with partially responsible for getting members of the TF2 community into it in the first place, but just...
Yeah, that is the double-edged sword, the catch-22, if you will, of being, content creator, of being anyone with, influence and standing, right? Is that you do something and other people will latch onto it. Not that it's a bad thing, right? Like, it's definitely a look into why influencer marketing works. And I'm not calling him the dirty I word influencer, right? But understanding why companies will use influencer marketing, right? Why certain things happen, right? It starts to make things make a lot more sense.
Holy shit, guys. Let's just maybe tone it back a bit, yeah? Like, I love JoJo and all, but it's just getting way too oversaturated and heavy-handed. Like, maybe we could just not constantly shove it down everyone's throats? I guess that's why I never really made a full-on video about this being in the game, People were just milking that shit for all it was worth. It was just getting way too out of hand. Kind of like stereotypes. Anyway, that's everything I've got for today. As always, I'll be doing Engineer next, so let me know if there's a cosmetic that you'd like me to cover for him. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, self-referential humor. I love it. Honestly, this was great, though. I absolutely love this. As somebody who's been very much loving Heavy and playing a lot of Heavy recently, it's been very fun. I've been swapping out between Heavy Engineer and then the odd Spy. Engineer's actually shot up in terms of playtime. I think it's my most played class right now, which is kind of wild. especially because I started with NG, and I'm like, once I started NG in a game, and I'm like, I don't like this class. I don't like playing NG, and now it's like my most played class. I don't know. It's one of those that it's like playing like in Final Fantasy 14, like where I keep doing like Howling Blade or like a raid over and over to try and effectively do it perfect, right? No vuln stacks, making sure I'm doing my optimal rotation and movement, right? Kind of like that. That's the same thing I look at NG, right? Like there's a sub game within the game. So it's been very interesting. But thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. Hopefully you have some heavy ideas either from this video or maybe there's been stuff that was released since then. Let's give the chicken over the chicken release on the way. I had a lot of fun with this. Definitely go check out Soundsmith, especially if you have not. Everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. I've been waiting for this one almost as much as I've been waiting for the heavy one, which we did last time, and the spy one. I'm looking forward to that one. But Miscellaneous Stereotypes, Episode 7, The Engineer by Soundsmith. I actually can't wait to see what Miscellaneous he gets.
The Engineer is kind of an odd character. This super smart guy that has 11 PhDs and somehow can't make a sapper-proof sentry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It happens.
Oh, and he's got cosmetics, too.
What a banger intro. Very quick and to the point.
Whoa,
I feel like
hey,
a lot
look
of hard
out,
hat
it's an old
ones.
school gamer coming through, and he's also probably the kind of guy who would point out that I already did this in hat stereotypes. And
amazing.
Yes, I know I already did this, but it's technically a misc, and I would probably get yelled at if I didn't include it too. So, you know, kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. So, I went with the option that extended the runtime of the video. So, yeah, like I said before, these guys are the kind of NGs who've been playing for a while, and they let that show in their gameplay. They pick the right spots, they manage their metal appropriately, and they can handle themselves in a fight pretty well. The only problem is they think they're right about everything all the time, which granted they usually are right when it comes to engineer stuff, but they'll still never back down even if they know they're wrong. So just don't bother, let them do their thing, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, at least they commit to the bit, right? At least they commit to it. And sorry, Matt, I'm moody here on screen. Got me. At least they commit to the bit, right? And it's just like, you know, you the boss. Do what you clearly know what you're talking about, even if they don't know what they're talking about. Just let them be. Love it, honestly. This actually makes me wonder how, because I hear like what 10x servers exist. I wonder how 10x servers. I'm assuming you build like a sentry or a sapper, but the bullets and rockets it fires or the amount that it heals is increased by 10, right? I don't know how they function on 10x.
This guy is a Gmod animator, or at least an SFM animator that does stuff in a Gmod kind of style. See, that might not make very much sense if you're just a TF2 player, but if you've seen, like, any Gmod poster with the engineer in it ever, then you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I love that! Soda.
So this cosmetic is usually used by the sort of person who...
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this is usually used by the... Right. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just...
Very visceral sort lurping sound. I love it.
Go ahead and flash it on the screen if you're not going to let me talk about it, you aspartame-addicted piece of shit.
What did that actually say, though?
If you're not going to let me talk about it, you aspartame...
Addicted to diet soda, claims they can quit whenever they want to. He can't. Also, probably turtles in the intel are 20%.
Addicted piece of shit.
Oh, it's so good. Cody Rosa.
You know, as
I love
cute
that.
and non-threatening as this cosmetic might seem, NGs who use it are some tough motherfuckers. Like, really. The ones that I run into are the kind of guys who would say, you know what? Fuck this stalemate. Go charging into a choke point with nothing but a Widowmaker and a complete disregard for their own life.
Fair.
But seriously, we're talking about the class that was designed to play passively and cause stalemates, but these guys are so crazy aggressive that they might as well be a scout mate. Of course, them being aggressive doesn't always mean that they're actually good. Like, a good 75% of the time, they'll just run in and get their ass handed to them. But still, sometimes it's really cool, and that's what matters.
I mean, you got to appreciate the dedication, right? I know for me, I try to play very aggressive when I play engineer. Like, yeah, I'll have my turtle moments, right? But, like, I have definitely dropped my turret near a point, and that turret has absolutely cleaned up the point for us to push for W, right? Like, it has been such a wild time playing engineer and trying to learn on the fly effect, because I haven't reacted to an Uncle Dane video as of yet, right? I'm kind of saving that until I have a little bit more engineer experience under my belt and we go through the entirety of the older Soundsmith Stereotype series, right? That is something that, yes, people have definitely said, hey, watch Uncle Dan if you want to know how engineers operate. And that is definitely on my list. Don't worry. But I'm kind of like learning by doing, if that makes sense. And a lot of it's starting to pull together. It's been very interesting to play engineer and to kind of learn the play style. Not only can you play very defensive, but you can also play very offensive. And I feel that engineer really benefits from good map knowledge, and much like Spy does. This kind of pulls back to Jonto's how to play spy series, right? Knowing where the front line is, knowing where the back line is, right? Knowing where certain things are, and being able to play within that, right? Because you can absolutely play engineer on the front lines, whether you have is it the robot fist or whatever that allows for a tier 1 battle sentry. I honestly don't use it personally. I honestly usually default to what do I run? I run the one that you build buildings faster, but it takes like 4 hits instead of 3 to kill a sapper, right? Names are escaping me. But like, it's been very interesting to actually learn it. Very, very interesting playstyle.
This one's pretty straightforward. He's a traitor. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess
it
not
makes
really.
sense.
See, this isn't one of those cosmetics that you'll always see with a high tier unusual effect, since you also sometimes see this used by the I play NG because I think I'm the smartest person in the server types, and they aren't usually traitors. You know, actually, I think that whole kind of archetype isn't necessarily limited to NG. You usually see them on NG, soldier, or spy. You know, like they're the ones that are trying to control the entire team over voice chat while simultaneously shit-talking whatever community figure happens to play the class that they're playing. Like, yes, we get it, dude. Tell us more about how Uncle Dane isn't even that good. That'll definitely make us think that you're good at the game and not a pretentious bag of dicks.
I never understood that, right? Like, even not necessarily TF2 related, but like even like in 14, how JoeCat has his guide to playing specific jobs, right? Like, I was literally thinking about this again last night because I've had this conversation before where it's like, I feel like some people really get on people's cases like this, like people in Uncle Dane playing engineers, or people like, well, this is you know, a good enough guide for, you know, if JoeCat does a Monster Hunter video or a Final Fantasy 14 video, right? And I get that it's meant to be like, yo, they're not actually that good, but most of their information is from a generalized standpoint, it's good information, right? When we talk about like tanking in Final Fantasy 14, how you want to make sure you're spreading out your mitigations, that way you're not blowing it in one go, right? Sure, the asterisk at the end of it, and I've had to do this during certain pulls and dungeons, is yeah, sometimes you're blowing multiple mitigations at once to make sure that, you know, you can survive the pull, right? Sometimes you're having to pop your invuln, right? But it's like, that's never a jab at the creator, if that makes sense, because providing generalized information will always have an asterisk, will always have subtext, right? Like, if I say the goal of engineer is to support your team using your sentry in a defensive capacity, right? There's already an asterisk to that, right? There's already an asterisk to, well, what happens if you're running battle sentry? What happens if you're running XYZ? What happens, you know, if your team is playing fairly aggressive and, you know, leaving you in the back line? Like, let's say you're playing 2 for it, you're in blue, and they're in red the entire game because they're just killing people off spawn, right? Like, there's always asterisk subtext, right? And it doesn't always matter. No, not necessarily. Sometimes it is very much a very unique and minute asterisk, but like it can still exist. So I'm sure, and as I said, I've never watched Uncle Dane. When he says something, I'm sure it's going to be from a very generalized good faith perspective that I'm sure has an asterisk. This is actually how this would work in this situation, or if it's this situation, you want to make sure you're playing in this way, right? Like Jonto, right? Jonto provides good enough. Like, this is good generalized. This is how you play spy. Let's all culminate to how you can use this to do trick stabs and stuff like that, right? Like, yes, there's going to be asterisks. Yes, there's going to be, you know, certain situations where the logic just doesn't work, right? And if you're playing against an enemy team that doesn't know what they're doing, right? I'm sure you could run around as, you know, a spy disguised as a spy and, you know, chain backstab the entire enemy team, right? Which you wouldn't be able to do against other teams, right? So, moral of the story, I get why people, like, pick issues with stuff. I get why it really, I feel, comes down to like the whole glasses, push-up glasses actually approach, right? Like, it's generalized information. It's good enough information, right? I can tell you from the JoeCat perspective, I appreciate that he explained how to tank because it made me have a good solid basis to start tanking, which is a role that I main in Final Fantasy 14. I go into new content, I tank, right? For Uncle Dane, I'm sure that going into that, right, and even Jonto, right, you know, watching their videos is going to give me a good baseline knowledge and allow me to make my own educated decisions on how to play the class more effectively, whether it be engineer or spy respectively, right? So, I don't know. That's a personal bit that I have. I feel that people get, like, way too caught up in the minutia and the, like, asterisk and subtext, right? And then they actually, like, whether it's a vanity thing, whether it's a you know, lack of understanding thing, they do end up, not necessarily self-reporting, right? But they very much are like it feels like they're trying to pick fights.
This guy is the kind of Engie who constantly spams the beginning of the Katsatsuki kick. Like, everyone who does it isn't necessarily going to have an El Patron, but if he's wearing an El Patron, then chances are he's going to have the taunt equipped. And once one person starts spamming it, well, it's only a matter of time before the whole server starts doing that stupid dance. No, guys, the other stupid dance. No, the other stupid.
I do like this one. So I actually had some follow-up because I said that this, is it Man Aerobics? That, because I've gotten copyright claim before, and it's so weird because I hear that it's from a collective agency on behalf of Valve, but then I also hear that Valve's not doing it, so I don't actually know where the actual truth lies in that. I do love whatever that eye cosmetic is, center of screen and directly to the right of the soldier with the eagle. I love whatever that is. It's been a very interesting time to see how YouTube and modern copyright work, especially because it's like, last I was under the impression if you submit a fraudulent copyright claim, like you can get in massive trouble, right? Submitting under penalty of perjury and all that, right? I don't know. Like, come on, YouTube and copyright is a wild beast to me. So I would definitely reach out feelers, and I would definitely ask for if anyone has clarification in regards to an official Valve statement in regards to the Man Aerobics song, because I obviously don't own any sort of authorship or any sort of, like, you know, ownership of the track. You know, it's just I'm a dingus on the internet. Sometimes it pops up in the game, sometimes it pops up on video, right? Like, just making sure we're cutting all the BS and making sure we're like finding the most correct information. If you have that information, get Site Valve, please and thank you.
Dance.
What is happening here,
guys?
What?
Oh,
I love this.
Look at him. He's so adorable. I just want to.
Okay, I think you bought it. Plus, you there?
I'm here, boss.
We're ready. You know what to do.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. Turn the switch now.
Mercenaries of the Badlands.
Wait, do people actually listen to this guy? I'm pretty sure he's just messing with us, right?
Nah. He actually thinks all these crazy things he says is true.
What is that? What is that maw unusual on top of the heavy? What is that?
He's just insane.
But, like, haven't you seen his other videos? He doesn't act like that in them. If he really was crazy, he'd be acting like this all the time, right?
It doesn't matter, dude. People listen to him anyway, so it's his fault regardless.
Really? He just went on a huge rant about how everyone who wears Clubsy the Seal is part of a globalist mind control conspiracy. If people actually believe that and start accusing players of that, I'll eat my hat. Bonzo effect and all.
Bang! No, back off, you freaking seal! I've got a right to bear shovels. I'll fuck you.
Wait a minute. Phrasing.
Look, man. I actually have no idea where this skit was going.
Hallöchen, meine Freunde. Meine Lieblings-Final Fantasy-Währung Gil Ofarim, oder wie ich ihn pflege zu nennen, Gelogen Opfarim, ist wieder eine große Nummer und erfolgreich samt restaurierter Beliebtheit im Mainstream. Und das nach dieser ganzen Shitshow, die er vor einigen Jahren losgetreten hat. 2026, meine Freunde, wir sind angekommen. Ich weiß, die meisten haben das Tamtam um diesen Knallkopf von den Genetik, bevor die auch Knallköpfe geworden sind, vor 13 Jahren, wohl in der Ich-Perspektive gerappt haben. Habt ihr sicherlich mitbekommen. Aber ich mache natürlich trotzdem nochmal einen Speedrun, was der Dulli so verzapft hat, um diese ganze Shitshow-Spirale überhaupt erstmal loszutreten. Ofarim Speedrun. Ofarim steht in Hotellobby und kommt nicht sofort dran. Er ist aber ein Promi, also hat er seiner bemühten Meinung nach mehr Rechte als Nicht-Promis, macht also riesen Tamtam, weil er eben nicht sofort rankommt. Folglich droht er einen Shitstorm loszutreten, wenn er nicht sonderbar behandelt wird. Er wird trotz Drohung samt Bam Bam und in die Hände klatschen beim Drohgebärden ausstoßen nicht für voll genommen und waltet seines Amtes als König der Lügner. So erfand er nämlich einen antisemitischen Vorfall. Er wäre nicht rangekommen, weil er jüdisch ist und ihm wäre entgegengeworfen worden, dass er seine David-Sternkette doch hätte einpacken sollen, während er diese in die Kamera hält. Wiederum Sicherheitskameraaufnahmen zeigten, nee, nix Kette. Die hat er nicht an, zumindest nicht sichtbar. Vielleicht unterm T-Shirt. Die zog er lediglich für dieses Rachevideo hervor, weil er einfach nicht sonderbehandelt wurde. Das war alles gelogen. Gelogen. Ha. So räumte er das mehr oder weniger auch vor Gericht indirekt ein, indem er sich entschuldigte und eine außergerichtliche Einigung samt Wiedergutmachungszahlung anstrebte. An der Stelle hätte die Causa einfach enden können, wenn er nicht von Talkshow zu Talkshow getingelt wäre, um das Ganze nochmal richtig anzuheizen und den künstlich erzeugten Hype einfach mitzunehmen. Wir dürfen nicht vergessen, dass dieser Hype auf Kosten eines Privatmenschen ging, der wohl durch die Hölle schlechthin wandern musste. Und das, weil ein Fett-Promi sich in seinem pathetisch selbstverherrlichten Eigenbild nicht angebracht fürstlich genug behandelt gefühlt hatte. Ach du armes Opfer. Menschenskinder nochmal. Die Konsequenzen für Herrn W., der sich übrigens jüngst erstmalig geäußert hat, weil das Thema wieder richtig am Aufkochen ist, waren folgende. Er konnte seiner Arbeit nicht mehr normal nachgehen. Das Hotel wurde massiv belagert und es kam zu Protesten. Generell desaströse Zustände. Es wurde angerufen, es wurde was weiß ich nicht alles gemacht. Man konnte seinem Alltag nicht mehr nachgehen. Er hatte Angst um sein Leben, musste sein Klingelschild entfernen lassen, aus Angst, in seinen eigenen vier Wänden attackiert zu werden, weil er ja so ein fürchterlicher Antisemit ist. Laut Fadins Erzählung. Also, der hat ihn rankommen lassen, weil er ist ja Jude und nicht wie in der Realität, weil er einfach keine Sonderwarnung bekommen hat und große Freude doch vor so einem herrlichen Traum wie Frieden zu stehen. Oh, danke, dass du uns mit deiner Anwesenheit belohnst. Meine Güte, ey. Es ging sogar so weit, dass Herr W., das Verleumdungsopfer von Gil, seine eigenen vier Wände verlassen und in einer anonymen Unterkunft, getrennt von seiner Familie, untergebracht werden musste, um sein Leib und Leben zu schützen. Samt Zukunftsängsten, wie zum Beispiel Jobverlust, die damit einhergehen, ist das natürlich ein Zustand, der die Psyche aber mal komplett ramponieren kann. Gil war das egal. Der genoss den Hype und nahm die Konsequenz seines Handelns billigend in Kauf. Der locker sitzende Gagenschäkel hat natürlich aufgeschmeckt. Vor allem, wenn damit einhergehend er durch die Partizipierung an etlichen Formaten und Interviews auch noch so richtig schön das Opferlamm mimen konnte. Diese ganze Clown-Fiesta wird verwirrt. Wir haben hier einen verwirrten Gil, der mit Verwirrung viel Gil einnimmt. Und dann haben wir auch noch mich, bei dem die Verwirrung einfach alles einnimmt. Sneaky. Ganz sneaky. Um wenigstens eure Einnahmen zu entwirren, empfehle ich Finanzguru. Von Finanzguru habt ihr sicher nicht gehört. Ich erzähle euch mal, warum ich persönlich diese App dringend nötig gehabt hätte. Ja, verliere nämlich gerne mal den Überblick über alles, insbesondere meine Finanzen. Finanzguru unlockt einem quasi die Ability zu evaluieren, ob man tief einen Pokémon-Kartenpack da den jetzt wirklich noch aufmacht. Passt es ins Budget, passt es nicht? Gucken wir mal. Das passiert, indem all eure Konten verbunden werden und wirklich alles fein säuberlich, ordentlich, sauber bereitgestellt ist, was eure Finanzen angeht. Verträge und monatliche Abgänge werden automatisch erkannt und lassen sich per App verwalten und sogar kündigen. Na, bei wem läuft denn trotz seit 2,5 Jahren glänzender Abwesenheit da noch das Stimmabo? Bei mir natürlich. Jetzt nicht mehr. Finanzguru hilft dir, das lästige Laster mit ein paar Klicks loszuwerden. Und das komplett kostenlos. Aber natürlich gibt es auch extra Features mit Finanzguru Plus, die ihr übrigens sogar statt mit Zahlung von schlappen 2,99 im Monat mit dem Code NERO26 3 Monate kostenlos nutzen könnt. Einfach Konto verbinden, oben rechts Profil öffnen, NERO26 eingeben und zack, Skill an. Finanzguru erstellt euch monatliche Statistiken, Budgets, Prognosen, analysiert eure Finanzsituation und entwirrt das Chaos noch effizienter. Das und noch vieles mehr. Probiert es einfach gerne aus. Wie gesagt, ist erstmal kostenlos für euch, sogar die Plus-Version, solange ihr halt den Code NERO26 benutzt. Also lieber mal ganz schnell klicki auf Linky in der Beschreibung machen. Sonst, diese Dieser Irrsinn dümpelte so eine Weile vor sich her, bis es dann irgendwann zu einer Gerichtsverhandlung kam. Aber nicht gegen den Hotelangestellten, sondern gegen Opfarim aufgrund von Verleumdung. Besagte Verhandlung endete mit einer Einigung. So, eine Einigung ist keine Verurteilung, das ist nichts Festes, sondern einfach ein der ganzen Sache aus dem Weg gehen. Das ist ein probates Mittel, um seinen Kopf rechtlich möglichst schnell und sicher aus der Schlinge zu ziehen und Schaden zu begrenzen. Opharim entschuldigte sich und akzeptierte eine 5-stellige Strafzahlungssumme für eine Verfahrensanstellung. Ne, wie gesagt, absolut probates Mittel. Vor allem dann, wenn man weiß, ja, könnte schief gehen. Und es sah halt wirklich nicht rosig für Gil aus. Zum Beispiel aufgrund von belastbaren Kameraaufnahmen. Plus Zeugenaussagen, die übrigens auch belegten, dass Gil den Davidstern, den er ja wegpacken sollte, gar nicht trug. Beziehungsweise nicht sichtbar trug. So kann man sich dann immerhin ja hinterher darauf berufen, dass man ja nicht rechtskräftig verurteilt wurde. Und oh boy, das tat Gil im Dschungelcamp. Von dem wehmütigen, ich möchte Herrn W. um Verzeihung bitten, war halt einfach gar nichts mehr zu sehen. Bevor das alles passiert ist, ist nach Jahren endlich mal so ein wenig Ruhe eingekehrt. Herr W., das Opfer der ganzen Situation, konnte so langsam wieder anfangen zu atmen und seinem Alltag nachgehen. Der hatte sich trotz allem in Schweigen gelegt. Wie gesagt, bis vor kurzem, worauf wir auch gleich noch zu sprechen kommen. Es folgt der Dschungelcamp-Arc. Opharim wieder in der Opfarim-Rolle. Die zweitbeste Rolle nach der Prinzenrolle. Ja, die Teilnahme am Camp der gescheiterten Existenzen, welches neben Känguru-Boden zum Frühstück quasi das letzte Aufflammen der ramponiert in Vergessenheit geratenen Karriere darbietet, beherbergte auch unseren lieben Gil. Warum, fragt ihr euch jetzt vielleicht an der Stelle? Naja, ganz einfach. RTL wusste, das wird aber so richtig schön Schlagzeile und Kontroverse auslösen. Ist zwar nicht so gut für den Ruf, aber hey, welchen Ruf denn? Ich meine, RTL ist jetzt nicht dafür bekannt, so die größte Seriosität zu haben. Und ich meine, ist der Ruf einmal ruiniert, dann lebt es sich ganz ungeniert, wa? Auch negative Presse ist Presse. Das Ganze gilt auch für Opharim, ne? Der ist nämlich auf einmal von halbeinsichtigen Täter erneut zum Opfer der Situation digitiert. An der Stelle müssen wir darauf eingehen, dass Opharims Anwalt vor ein paar Tagen tatsächlich diese jahrealte, hingerotzte Entschuldigung herbeiklumpert und versucht, als Tool zu benutzen, um die beschmuddelte Weste von Gil reinzuwaschen. Aber von dieser Entschuldigung ist nun mal so gar nichts übergeblieben nach diesem Auftritt im Dschungelcamp. Gar nichts. Ich zitiere einfach mal den Anwalt, auf dessen Post ich übrigens nur dank Basilisk, dem Peiniger, aufmerksam geworden bin. Wie ist unten verlinkt. Muss aber vorher anmerken, es graust mich über alle Maßen, dass der Post des Anwalts wirklich 50.000 Likes generierte und die Stimmung Opharim gegenüber sich ziemlich wandelt. Das ist nicht gut. Das ist wirklich nicht gut. Sein Opfergehabe geht halt voll auf und die Reputation, zack, repariert. All das erneut zu Lasten des ursprünglichen Opfers. Müsst ihr euch mal ausdenken. Der Anwalt schrieb, angefügt die Originalerklärung des Gerichts in seinerseitigen Strafverfahren gegen Gil Opharim, weil leider noch immer mit großem moralischem Selbstbewusstsein falsche Tatsachenbehauptungen in die Welt gesetzt werden. In Klammern, Gil Opharim sei ein Verbrecher. Er habe sich nicht entschuldigt, etc. Meine Güte, ist das ein Cherrypicking. Halleluja! Man nimmt sich da so ein paar Outliner raus, die rein juristisch wirklich Quark von sich gegeben haben und stellt das als die große Menge dar. Das ist nicht der Kern der Sache. Ja, es ist richtig. Gil ist kein Verbrecher. Das wäre er, wenn er zu einer Haftstrafe nicht unter 2 Jahren verurteilt worden wäre. Was nicht passiert ist. Stimmt, richtig. Und er hat sich so ein bisschen entschuldigt, so gezwungenermaßen, wie er auch selber sagte. Nur war das halt komplett wertlos und auf Zwang. Ganz davon abgesehen, dass es sowieso alles im Dschungelcamp revidiert wurde. Das war ganz außen vor. Des Weiteren schrieb der Anwalt, and by the way, es ist nicht sonderlich schlau, ausgerechnet auf dem Profil eines auf Strafrecht spezialisierten Anwalts Beleidigungen und Verleumdungen in den Kommentaren zu posten. Ja, das ist natürlich nicht sonderlich smart. Aber was erwartet man, wenn man sich in einer der größten, aktuell noch größer werdenden medialen Schwelbrände öffentlichkeitswirksam einmischt? Das rechtfertigt die Beleidigung nicht. keineswegs. Aber so funktioniert halt das Internet. Zusätzlich schrieb er, wer Nachfragen hat und sich in der Lage sieht, diese in adäquatem Ton zu formulieren, darf dies selbstverständlich jederzeit gerne tun. Dafür bin ich ja hier. Ja, ich nämlich. Wir schauen uns jetzt mal den ganzen Post an, der doch zeigen soll, wie tut mir leid. Damit meinte Gil natürlich RW, dessen Leben er quasi ruiniert hatte. Und zwar derart, dass dieser sich seiner Aussage nach nicht mal mehr auf Familienfeiern, zum Beispiel der Anwalt es zu nennen pflegt, die exakten Worte, die Gil Ofarim vor einer Weltöffentlichkeit am 28.11. im Gerichtssaal sagte. Ja, aber was sind die Worte denn wert? Was sind die wert? Sag's mir, der Post des Anwalts erschien doch vor ein paar Tagen, stand jetzt vor 5 Tagen. Das ist doch alles gänzlich revidiert worden. Das weiß der Anwalt. Warum? Weiter Text. Diese Worte richtete er direkt an denjenigen, der durch Ofarims Instagram-Post gebrandmarkt wurde. Derjenige, den er direkt dadurch geschadet hatte. Erfrischend ehrliche Worte. Ja, dem hat er geschadet. Erfrischend ehrlich, aber auch völlig offensichtlich. Mann, wird denn auch gleich thematisiert, dass er die Goldmedaille in Hauruck-Rudern geholt hat? Das wird doch jetzt nicht unter den Teppich gekehrt. Sind wir ehrlich, der Mann ist dafür da, Ofarims Ruf zu retten und nicht, um Ehrlichkeit an den Tag zu legen. Ey, das kann man absolut zum Kosten finden, tue ich auch, aber irgendwo ist es natürlich auch halt der Job eines Anwalts, so sehr es einen aufregen mag. Nächster Slide. Und genau dieser Mann hat Ofarims Entschuldigung angenommen. Nicht nur hat er damit eine ungeheure Größe bewiesen, sondern auch den Weg geebnet, das Strafverfahren abzuwenden und einzustellen. Okay, wird denn erwähnt, warum Herr W. diese Entschuldigung angenommen hat? Nicht nur hat er damit Größe bewiesen, er wollte auch einfach, dass dieses Höllenfeuer, durch das er wegen Gil gehen musste, endete und er endlich seinem Alltag wieder nachgehen konnte. Seinen Job wieder ausführen. Das wurde ihm ja verunmöglicht. Als er diese Entschuldigung angenommen hatte, ging er natürlich auch davon aus, dass Gil es dann auch mal gut sein lassen wird und nicht Jahre später das genaue Gegenteil macht und sich selbst als das Opfer darstellt. Im nächsten Slide schrieb der Anwalt, es gab also eine öffentliche Entschuldigung. Ausrufezeichen. Diese wurde von denjenigen angenommen, dessen Leben auf den Kopf gestellt worden war. Und was leider nicht erwähnt wird, jetzt erneut auf den Kopf gestellt wird. Dieser Top-Kommentar fasst es einfach perfekt zusammen. Besser hätte ich es nicht sagen können. Wie viel ist diese Entschuldigung wert, wenn er im Dschungel andeutet, dass er sie geben musste und nicht wirklich wollte? Perfekt. Und den exakten Wert kann ich mit einer äußerst ausgeklügelten Formel sogar berechnen. Die Entschuldigung ist gleich 0. Multipliziert mit unendlich, immer noch 0. Wenn wir die Kostbarkeit der Entschuldigung also in eine Fantasy-Währung umrechnen, 0 Gil. Gar nichts wert war die. Überhaupt gar nichts. Ne? Die Währung dieser wunderbaren Spielereihe heißt übrigens wirklich Gil. Passend irgendwie. Vielleicht war der Vater ja Final Fantasy. Keine Ahnung. Dass dieser Post nach der Revidierung der Entschuldigung erschien, macht es nicht nur unangenehm, obsolet und peinlich, sondern auch wirklich, es macht mich wütend. Das wurde mit 50.000 Likes honoriert. Und das wiederum ist sehr aussagekräftig über den Zustand unserer Gesellschaft. Das Strafverfahren gegen Ofarim wurde eingestellt. Es gab keine Verurteilung. Es gab keinen gerichtlichen Schuldspruch. Richtig. Was der Anwalt da aber verschweigt, man ist einfach den Pfad der größten Schadensbegrenzung gegangen. Einer außergerichtlichen Einigung. Es ist zwar formell korrekt, was der Anwalt hier zum Besten gibt, aber mitnichten ein Beweis dafür, dass Ofarim unschuldig ist. Lediglich zeigt uns das, dass Herr W. ein Ende seines Martyriums herbei ersehnte. Und das hat sich juristisch gesehen das Team von Ofarim zunutze gemacht, um einfach den Weg des geringsten Widerstands zu wählen. Mehr nicht. Strategisch klug, das hier wegzulassen. Ich meine, ist logisch, warum sollte man seinen Mandanten auch einen vor den Bug schießen? Unehrlich bis zum geht nicht mehr, aber Ehrlichkeit zulasten des eigenen Mandanten ist halt schlicht und ergreifend nicht der Job eines Verteidigers. Damit muss man sich irgendwo abfinden. Trotzdem kotzt es einen natürlich an, wenn das medial so, ich kneife, was ich sagen möchte, besonders präsentiert wird, sagen wir einfach. Nächster Slide. Warum? Schadensbegrenzung! Unter anderem, weil sich Gil entschuldigt hat, hier oft noch, eine wertlose Entschuldigung, kann man nicht immer herbeizitieren, weil der Geschädigte diese Entschuldigung akzeptiert hat. Nee, komm, das wird mir langsam zu repetitiv hier. Weil Ofarim, so das Gericht, erhebliche Nachteile erlitten hat. Oh, ach was. Sag bloß, beim Lügen und Zerstören eines Lebens aufzufliegen, nur weil man nicht sonderbehandelt wurde, ist nicht gut für den Ruf? Schockschwere Not. Wer hätte denn damit nur rechnen können? Mensch. Vor allem eine Lüge, für die die eigene Marginalisierung und Religion als Opferlamm genutzt wurde. Als Token. Die Repressalien, die Gil sicherlich in seinem Leben erfahren hat, sind fürchterlich. Die wird es gegeben haben. Aber die haben auch etliche andere jüdische Mitbürger in Deutschland so oder so miterlebt. Und das für sich persönlich als Schwert zu schmieden, um es einer wehrlosen Privatperson medial um die Ohren zu pfeffern, ist sowas von dreckig. Nur weil diese Person nicht auf die Drohgebärden eines x-beliebigen Promis eingegangen ist. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Und was ist jetzt das Resultat dieses gewaltigen Schadens, den Gil da angerichtet hat? Dass er den Zenit seiner Karriere erreichte. 300.000 € Gage im Dschungelcamp.